Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to the Done Creative Live. How is everybody today? I feel like a child. I'm actually going to raise my seat just a bit here. There, I feel like I'm now finally invited to the party. How is everybody today? The little shoe organizer that I sit on for the filmed pick-a-card readings that I then use to put my decks on is normally over here on this side, but today I decided to switch it up because I'm so sick of trying to put this over here to my regular computer to over here and then having to move the shoe organizer, up and down the line here because this is actually a pretty decently small room. So today it's over here and it can just stay here and then kind of scoot out right here when I want to film a pick-a-card. So why I didn't think of that before, don't ask me, I don't know. But yes, you will not see me reaching over here so much unless I'm reaching for this top table deck area or this tabletop deck area. But over here is at least probably 30 more decks over here in the shoe organizer and on top of it. So yay for changes. And I look a little dark. Let me get this lit up a little bit here. Yeah, and maybe, depending on how long I'm live, I might have to bring this blind down when the sun comes onto this side of the house so that I'm not completely heated out of this room because this is the hottest room in the house. We've got 1, 2, 3 computers, 4, 5, our modem. This is like the EMF room. But we still keep it high vibe with all the grounding stones and the, high vibe stones and all sorts of stuff. Okay, you guys, so wow, are you feeling this energy just as much as I have been? This morning, we actually got the first X-class solar flare that we have had in over 4 years. The X-class is at least the highest class I know of as far as solar flares go. And we're currently in solar cycle 25. This is the first X-class flare. We get a lot of M-class flares. This is the first X-class flare we have actually received here on Earth in over 4 years, at least that anyone has been able to gauge. And it's on the lower end of X-class, so there's no major loss of electricity everywhere. But this actually hit kind of the east part of Africa and the west part of Africa and the east coast of the US are the heaviest ones hit. And kind of going into the Midwest part, but more on the eastern side of the US is really the people who probably felt this energy the most. But I have been feeling this lead up to it. So I don't know if you guys have been feeling this as well, and just the general ascension energies and everything that's going on this planet. The Schumann resonance is finally really doing something today as well. So we're going to do a collective reading, getting into all of that. But I think first I'm going to say hi to everybody. So if you're here, go ahead and let us know you're here by saying hello. Let us know if you're feeling these energies as well. It's so good to have you all here. And I just got another donation, so I'm just kind of adding the donations that I see come through. We actually had an anonymous donation come in today as well, where this person just wants to donate this to someone in need, and when that time comes, I will just call kind of a free question mosh pit situation. We've got Claudia. I wonder, is this the same Claudia as normal? The last name looks different than I remember. I think it is, though. I think it is. Maybe you changed your name on there. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just making things up and it's the same name as normal. Claudia. I see you, Claudia. Okay. Yay, it is you. Cool. Okay, so let's see who all is here. We've got Vicki Downey. We've got Susie Wilson. We've got Shannon Elizabeth. Cheyenne Downey. Joyful Journey. Lorraine, Lori is here. Yay, Lori. Lori was so sweet and sent me a huge package full of amazing goodies. And I'm still beside myself with, oh my gosh, this just doesn't happen to me. People don't send me things. So it was such a surprise, such a treat. I still am beside myself. Let's see. Here is our cute little, one of many things that Lori sent me, this beautiful little angel here. It reminds me of azurite, which I have right there. Kind of hard to see from this distance, but it's kind of got the blue kind of cosmic colors going on with the azurite up there, right there. This to me looks like blue lace agate that she's holding. It's got a little bit of a band. It's kind of hard to see here on this webcam because it doesn't really focus very well, but isn't it so cute? I love this so much. But anyway, that is that. Yeah, the box was like, I think the thing on the UPS thing said 29 pounds. She sent me a salt lamp and a whole bunch of like Bath and Body Work type stuff and candles and just all sorts of goodies and like a little, where did I put it? Here it is. Box of sage, because during our mentorship sessions, her dad, who we refer to as Pop, he's constantly interfering with the connection. So she sent me lots of sage. It was so sweet. Oh, I'm still like, oh my gosh, so crazy, so cool. And then I also got a package yesterday from dear Jess Sandy. You guys may recognize her here from the chat. I don't know if she's here right now or not, but she's amazing. She had mentioned on one of her live streams recently that she was going to be sending me a Moldavite and a Agni Manatite. I think I'm saying that right. I might not be. It's supposedly more rare and a very much higher octave form of Tektite, but they're still undecided as to did this form as, you know, meteorite hitting the earth like other Tektites, or did this happen from a volcanic eruption that went so far up in the atmosphere that it kind of turned to glass before it hit the ground or as it hit the ground. But she sent me this and I was just like blown away. And with this, she also sent me a Moldavite, which I'm actually going to go get it. I'm like still a little worked up about what happened to this Moldavite, but I will be right back. I'll be right back. It's right here in my other room. Sorry, I just wanted to do a little story time before we get into it all today, but oh my goodness. So she sent me, you know, this with the two stones together, and I open it up and I take out the Moldavite and this Agni Manatite and I set them down. And as I set down the Moldavite, I came to discover it was one of the angel chime Moldavites. Like literally, it sounds like those silver quarters, kind of that you know, the difference between a silver quarter and like a plated quarter. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But I was so beside myself that she sent me an angel chime, which are like 1% of all Moldavites found. And Moldavite's already a very, very rare Tektite already. I was just like, how am I this lucky that she sent me this? And I was just all smiles. I opened it at 5:50 p.m. my time, just playing with it, just kind of dropping it here and there, like very gently on the table because it's a thin little guy, very thin. So I'm dropping it very gently just to hear it. I'm just like, oh, I love it so much. And my husband's talking to me, and I'm holding it like this, minus this hand. Forget this hand is here. I'm holding it like this, decently close to the table's edge, but like kind of above it. And I swear, I did not let go of it. It just like jumped out of my hand. I know it sounds crazy. But it just slipped/jumped out of my hand, hit the edge of the table. Half of it landed in my lap and the other half landed on the table. Hence to say, it is no longer an angel chime. There's no more chime to this sweet, sweet Moldavite that Sandy sent me that was for 15 point some million years an angel chime. No longer an angel chime, but I pulled some cards on it and was like, why? Like this very highly coveted thing that people spend a lot of money that get an angel chime, which I thought, you know, someday maybe it would be awesome if I could ever get one, but I'm very frugal, so I would probably never spend money on one. And I had one in my hands. It broke at 5:55, you guys. I had it 5 minutes just ting, 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 listening to the beautiful angel chime, and then no more angel chime. But I will show you the cards I pulled because I'm like, what does this mean? Of course, at first I got that, you know, when you're like in like a confrontation with someone or someone's called you out or you're embarrassed or like just like shame kind of feeling where the back of your neck gets all hot and prickly and you're just like red, like huge lump in your throat. Like I felt that as, you know, I discovered or was like, I just broke this. How did this just happen? You know, I'm sitting there feeling it. I'm feeling it. And so I pull some cards because I do have a set of cards right downstairs where I sit. So the first 4 cards here, I pulled first. It's hard to see. Okay, we've got the Strength card. We've got the Star card. We've got the High Priestess and the 4 of Wands, which are all amazing cards. And these 3 are major arcana, major transformations in life. So to me, this even though, yes, we lost the angel chiminess of this beautiful Moldavite that is now 2 Moldavites, there is some good to come from this. But on the back of the deck, which was kind of like the underlying energy of what it made me feel, like what's the outcome of this underlying energy-wise, we got the 5 of Cups. So, of course, I could sit here and focus on the fact I busted this amazing angel chime and could just ruminate on the fact that how could I be so clumsy and, all of those things. Or I could turn around and see the gift, which is interesting because there's 3 that have been knocked over, 2 that are left upright, 2 pieces of this beautiful Moldavite, which is still an angel chime that just no longer chimes, right? Because it once, at one point, for however many millions of years, was an angel chime until it came into my hands. And 5 minutes into my, journey with this beautiful Moldavite is no longer an angel chime, but yet it is. So I'm trying to take it in stride, but I'm still like, man, what if? Because when I unpackaged it, I was just like, this is one, because it's very long and skinny, and of course it's glass, so it's very easily breakable. Like that was on my radar. I knew that going into this. And I was just like, you know what? This is going to be a meditation-only stone where I'm going to keep it in a very secure location and just baby it and pamper it and be very careful with it. 5 minutes in, ka-thunk, there it goes. But Sandy, if you're listening, if you're here later, I will probably have you come back and hear the whole story time of your amazing gift to me. But there's a, the silver lining in the fact that this broke. I mean, it made it all the way from her home to my home in the mail with this one both in the same bag. Nothing happening to it. But 5 minutes in my possession, something crazy happens. But I'm sure there are still lessons that this beautiful Moldavite is going to teach me. And of course, this Agni Manatite, this is, oh man, you guys, I can't even tell you the amazing power that pulses off of this. And I don't know, let me see if I can even light this up, because it just looks kind of like a black blob here. Let's see. Sorry, we're gonna get into the collective reading very soon, and then the other readings. But you can see it's kind of a smoky gray, kind of with like purpley colors. You can see some inclusions in it, like this little black dot kind of in the middle here. I mean, all sorts of coolness going on. It's such a cool piece, and the power, it's no joke that this, to me, feels more powerful than Moldavite. Even my beautiful angel chime. Yes, but together, these 2 energies are unreal. So, yes, very, spendy investments if you're ever looking to get into tektites. But oh my goodness, the energy, the lessons involved, just the abundance that they will bring into your life. Such blessings, if you ask me. So, okay, that back here for now. Put this one back with me. And yes, we're going to go ahead and get into our collective reading. I'll just go ahead and touch base with all of you for a moment. Ethan's here. Welcome. Oh, Sierra Lavender, I see that you have donated here. I will also put you on my list. I have a list here that I haven't posted yet. So Sierra. Okay. So that is our list. I will not post it quite yet. So just vibe with who is here. Yes, we have. Let's see. Okay, so we also have Joyful Journey. I think I had mentioned her. Lori. Joy Ferguson is here. Claudia, Swaroot Bobby. Sierra Lavender, Rochelle, welcome. Karen McConnell, welcome. Who else? There's that Moldavite again. I love it. Yes. Brittany F is here. Ethan is here. Thank you so much, Ethan. I'll just post the big list that I have, Ethan, if you wanna run with that one as well. Yes, dang. Oh yes. Couldn't believe I did that. Always a positive in everything that happens. Absolutely. I mean, no one died. No one got hurt. So yay, that's good. But yes, unreal, like Cheyenne says. Very good lesson, says Susie. Hello, Jessica. Hello. All right, everybody. Brianna is here. All right. So I think, Canada in the house with Rochelle. How cool. I think that's Canada. Yeah, it's like very small. I'm like over an arm's length away. We also have a donation coming in from someone named Danielle. I'm not going to say the last name, but if you are here in the chat, Danielle, if you can let us know what your chat name is here, we will absolutely add you to our list today. But let's get into our collective reading. For some reason, I'm really drawn to this deck for today's collective. Just this X-class flare that has hit. Just feeling, I don't know, you guys, it wasn't that I thought I dropped that Moldavite, but I have also, in addition to, how could I do that? I've been feeling very clumsy, and I'm not like, oh, you're Danny, how perfect. We will get you on the list as well. Thank you so much. I'm not a clumsy person. Like, naturally, I'm decently graceful, even if I do, like, stumble or fall. Like, I usually have a little bit of grace with it, but, man, not lately. This last week, I have been bumping my head, stubbing my toe, tripping over things on the floor, and just even outside, like, it's like I've got 2 left feet or something. I don't know if you guys have been feeling clumsy as well, very lightheaded. These are just some ascension symptoms I've been feeling, or just some symptoms from all this energy that's happening. And whew, yeah. All right, what do we need to know as a collective with this energy that we've got going on now and into the next, let's say, week or so? Let's just pick up on this collective energy. And this reading will benefit all of us watching here now and all of us watching the replay. If you're listening to my words right now, this message will be for you. All right, so what do we have? Ooh, this one definitely wants to come out. All right, we've got Pyrite with Let the Money Flow In. I like it. I like it. I think we could all do with a little more abundance in our life. And because we are using the crystal deck, this might be a crystal that some of you have been drawn to, or you feel compelled to buy, or just connect to the energy. You don't even have to buy a crystal to get its energetic kind of signature. You can go online and search, a pyrite, picture of a pyrite, and connect to the crystal's energy that way as well. So really, it's a very low budget way of connecting with crystals if you don't have a specific crystal, but you still want to utilize that energy. Feel free to look up pictures. We also have turquoise, prioritize your health. So yes, I have really been prioritizing my health lately, and just, trying to eat better, trying to drink enough water, speaking of which. And I'm even looking into something different. Like, I've got a couple of these that I just use over and over and over, and drinking out of plastic, just the research I've done lately is just not the best. Even though I put my intentions and my water crystals and stuff into it, I think I need to upgrade just my drinking vessel, so to speak. But prioritizing our health is going to be really key to help these energies flow through us for sure as well. So where else do we want to go? Let's go to the Shaman's Dream Oracle. I get 2 more for our collective, and then we will jump right into our list, which Shannon Elizabeth, she has donated for 3 questions. So Shannon Elizabeth, if you want to go ahead and post your first question or all your questions, you can do that, and we will get right into it. Okay, so for our collective, we have Heart Home, Compassion, the number 27, which adds up to 9, which is a sign or a number of completion. So a lot of us are putting to bed old issues or completing a cycle of something and coming back home to ourselves through this sense of compassion, through this sense of self-love, me loving myself through this weird clumsiness I have going on. And Ethan even says he's been feeling really clumsy. I've also been stumbling over my words. So there's something we can deal with today as well. You guys can watch me in action, just stumble right on over my words. But to me, this really feels like coming home to yourself. Some of you may have really felt compelled to clean your closets, clean some clutter, deep clean, detail, go through old things and get rid of stuff, decluttering and purging of old items. Because, we were talking about prioritizing our health. Wanting to get our physical vessel in really beautiful running order. But then we're going to want to start seeing that reflect in our external, which, our next physical vessel here on the planet besides our body, we usually consider that our home or our vehicle that we drive around in. Cleaning these areas will really help us as well. So there's that message. We have 2 more here. We have Winter's Dream, Gestation Period, with yet another 9. 63 adds up to 9. So many of us may have a little mini kind of hermit mode that we are really feeling drawn to just kind of go within, or, kind of play life low key, or just kind of hang out with ourselves, doing kind of our own thing for like the next week or so. But even if you yourself feel really compelled to put yourself out there and be on the go and do things, make sure you are still checking in with yourself randomly throughout the day, just to know what's going on. And I just heard incubating some ideas. So some of you may be incubating some ideas and then coming up with some really beautiful ideas this week that you can then take action on later. We also have an 8, which is a number of manifestation, financial abundance, once again, pairing up with that pyrite card we had. And just being able to be that magician in your own life. But crown games, the right use of power. So many of us are, maybe where we would do certain things to try to trick or manipulate, like as a parent, yes, I am guilty of trying to kind of trick my kids into like eating their vegetables, or, hey, let's not focus on that bad thing. Let's go do this fun thing instead, and kind of almost try to talk them out of what they're focused on sometimes. Like I do that as a mom. I try not to do that with other adult people because that is like a form of gaslighting or manipulation. I mean, you could take it to extremes, but if you're trying to like get your kid to eat the vegetables or trying to hide vegetables within like a casserole or something, like I don't think that's gaslighting or manipulation really, but to each their own. But this is just really us examining our own morals, our own use of power, and are we doing what's best for ourselves and others, or just trying to do what's best for ourselves? With this heart home here, maybe we are having more compassion for other people in our lives and really not trying to force our agenda on anyone, and maybe even re-examining, like, why do I act the way I do? Why do I say the things I do? And coming back home to yourself with that gestation period card to see, am I acting from a place of ego or from a place of my heart? And yeah, just examining all the things this week. I think this energy is really shaking up just old belief systems or ways of operating even for us. And it's actually good and cleansing to do that once in a while, because we can get stuck in ruts, just even in our own belief systems and just, how we operate in life. And it's always good to re-examine, why am I doing this? Does it feel good? Does it feel good to others? And all of that. So, okay. Let's go ahead and get into Shannon Elizabeth's first question after I take a drink of water. But I hope the collective message resonated with everybody. Okay. So, okay, let's see. Yes, as Rochelle says, money is a good thing. Yes, it's just energy. They don't call it currency for anything or for nothing. Money is currency, which is energy, an energy current, right? So Shannon's first question, what are these tingles on my head, middle of forehead? Okay, so middle of your forehead, that is like your third eye chakra energy. And that really does deal with you being able to see, hear, and feel beyond this, earthly plane. It's your sixth sense, so to speak. And that, to me, what Spirit's already showing me is that's really coming online for a lot of people. A lot of people are experiencing kind of weird, even eyebrow twitches, or like eye twitches, eyebrow twitches, maybe like twitching in the forehead, headaches, crown pressure, or headache, pressure like around your head. It can really manifest in a lot of different ways, but the energy that is really bathing this planet is really, we can't escape it. Even if we were to hide in a dark warehouse or something, the energy is still going to reach us, and nothing remains untouched is basically what Spirit's showing me. And yes, that forehead pressure, that is really more of your psychic abilities, your psychic gifts coming online, and you are gaining more access to these gifts, and just being able to see beyond just this ego or 3D reality or mundane reality. Yes, look at that. Right where you're questioning about the first card we pull, psychic abilities. And there is that third eye right there in the middle of that forehead. You can't make this stuff up. This is just validating that this really is something that's happening to many of us, but you especially, because this is your question, Shannon Elizabeth, this is happening in such a beautiful way. You are seeing the truth of something, but it is also a new beginning we have here on the back of the deck. So a new beginning is coming as a result of you being able to have that clarity, seeing beyond illusions, seeing beyond just this 3D world. It's bringing new gifts, new talents, new awareness to you. So I hope that resonated for your first question. All right. We are currently on the second question of Shannon Elizabeth's 3 questions. So she then says, do I have a soulmate from a past life that is part of my spirit team? I feel masculine energy and love. It's so weird. That's beautiful. Let's dive into that. So I'm going to reread that so I know what to say for the cards. I have a soulmate from a past life that is part of my spirit team. I actually want to start here with the angel answer. I'm getting a big yes, though. I'm really feeling that this is someone you have incarnated with many times in all sorts of different relationship statuses, but a lot of times you guys like to incarnate as, you know, like a kind of like a twin flame like vibe. But it says here you're ready to know more or to discover more about this soul. But yes, this is like a divine masculine energy coming through. And sometimes they're showing me too. Sometimes you have like romantic dreams where you can't see like the guy's face, and this is that like embodiment or representation of this energy. Let's see. Yeah, and it's a very romantic, very intense, beautiful love. But we have here, they're showing me, because I was just kind of shuffling and wanting to know kind of like the most recent past life situation you had with this person. Well, yes, you were together. You had children with them. You may have even grown up with this person as a child in that past life where you guys grew up together. You knew each other from a very young age, and then you were married. You had your own children, and you were very committed to each other. We also have the codependency card with that. So addictions are affecting your romantic life. So what I'm seeing with this past life, the most recent past life they're showing me with this masculine energy, was the fact that it just is so easy when you guys are incarnated together to be very codependent on each other rather than to try to learn lessons more on your own. But on the back of the deck, we've got passion and chemistry. So yes, it's a very intense, very sexy energy. And you know, it does at times, it becomes almost like an addiction when the two of you are incarnated as those love pairs, or even when you're incarnated as like a mother-child or friends or cousins, or you're just very addicted to each other's magnetic energy. It doesn't always have to be sexual. But yeah, and you guys will be incarnating again. They're showing me like your very next incarnation, Shannon Elizabeth, is going to be as that love pair. And you probably will do what you like to do most and grow up together as children. Maybe he's the brother of a friend of yours, or maybe you're going to switch roles where you're the masculine and he will be the feminine, and you will have a friend and that's your friend's sister or something like that. That's really what they're showing me. So I hope that resonated for your other question. And then it says here, I did a 3 card, and they said, you may have lost a best friend during a fight, and they're sending a message to make amends. Is that my best friend, Rosie, coming through? Okay, so for Shannon Elizabeth's 3 card, ooh, this is already coming out. We'll get one more, though. That you may have lost a best friend during a fight, and they are sending a message to make amends. Is that my best friend, Rosie, coming through? Okay, so we have here trust. Trust what your intuition is saying, but also take action. So if you believe this to be true, then trust it. But if you're thinking, well, it probably isn't, then trust that. But take action in a direction. If you did not have a falling out with this friend, Rosie, this is saying, don't worry, it's not going to happen because you're going to take proper action to avoid it happening. But if this already did occur, then trust that you can make amends and that she is coming through and taking action in your direction once again, or maybe you're taking action in her direction once again as well. Let's just get a word of advice from the Angels and Ancestors deck for Shannon Elizabeth's question, the 3 card with her best friend Rosie. What does she need to know about this situation? Wow, so we have winter here. Take care of your needs. So there may have been like a misunderstanding, and it's like maybe someone took something personally because it feels to me like maybe you were trying to take care of yourself, or you knew like a higher vantage point of whatever has transpired, and you were trying to let her know, hey, this is what happened, and she wasn't in agreement with that. But we also have trust your instincts, which, you know, we have that trust card, which was all about trusting your intuition. So there is this need for you, Shannon, to use your intuition. Did that 3 card question or 3 card reading you had actually resonate, or are you trying to make it fit? Is really what Spirit's telling me for you. So if it resonated, then trust your intuition and then take action moving forward if you want to be in Rosie's awareness. Otherwise, you know, just trust that intuition. That's really what they're showing me. Intuition is going to be key here. Okay, so I hope that resonated. Let me just recheck what's going on here. Lori says that resonated for me. The whole reading was so relevant. Thank you so much, Amanda. Thank you so much, Lori, for hanging out with us. Yes, it is great to ask yourself the reasoning behind your actions. Absolutely. Totally love that. Hello, Olivia. Welcome, welcome. Oh, you have eye twitches and headaches constantly. Yes, that has been a theme for me as well. Weird, like, eyebrow, like, what's happening here? Okay, let me scroll back up. My thing just skipped. How to get on the list, Passmore 5. Welcome, Pam. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, you can just send a $10 or whatever donation, and we will get you on the list. Ethan here has our list, and he's awesome at keeping the list. We're moving right through the list. We've answered the first 3 questions already. Let's see. Oh, you did fall out with your friend. Okay, so there may be an action taken either on your or her end where, or maybe both of you just really know that, man, I wish that wouldn't happen. I want to move back in that direction. And I think that it is still salvageable for sure. It was just some sort of misunderstanding is really what I see it boils down to. Let's see. Resonated with my soul. Oh, I'm so glad that resonated for you. Oh yeah, Pam, the link is at the top or in the description box. It's just, let's see if I can open that. It's just www.pay-the-done-creative, all one word, with the HTTPS : whatever it is. Yeah, it's pinned there, so I'm sure you'll figure it out because you're awesome like that. Okay, so up next we have Gitaleka Ray's question, and she had mentioned she may not be able to be here, but oh, thank you so much, Pam. We have your question. So Passmore 5, I think that's how you say it, can go on the list. Ethan, thank you so much. User error. Been there. Lots of user errors up in here as well. It's so interesting, Pam. I was just thinking about you like earlier today. I'm like, I hope Pam comes by because I've missed your energy. And I still, lady, I still want you to email me. I still do. Or I think my sister gave you my number. So text me, email me, get a hold of me. I still want to do like a nice in-depth reading for you. So you better come on by. Okay, so Gitaleka, I'm not seeing her, so I'm going to go ahead and go to PayPal and read her question from here, and then I will timestamp that for her as well. So what is coming up in the next 30 days for Gitaleka? We are starting at 33 minutes on the dot. So for Gitaleka, what is coming up for me in the next 30 days? Okay, where are we going, Spirit? Let's go to the tarot. Gitaleka Ray's question for the next 30 days. What's coming for her? All right, what's ahead for Gitaleka? Thank you so much, Ethan. Okay. Gitaleka the next 30 days. Ooh, this one wants to come out. Okay, so this is going to be all about keeping that positive mindset because we do have the 5 of Cups, which, you know, was the mindset I was in when my beautiful little Moldavite angel chime broke right in half right before my eyes, 5 minutes into owning that beautiful, amazing piece. And it happened at 555. Big changes are coming. I think that's what it indicated. And I really also did hear when that chime was the last chime, it's like its mission as an angel chime had been complete. And it's ready for a new mission in my possession or whoever ends up with it ultimately. It's going to be, you know, it's gonna change the world. It's gonna change things. So there is a big change coming, but to me, this feels like a paradigm shift or a mindset shift where you're now gonna start focusing on your self-love, your self-care, what it is, your purpose, just what it is you want to do with your life, what it is you want to be, what kind of legacy you want to leave on this planet. Just what energy you want to play in with certain people at work or in your life. You're really examining this. So that collective message that we did get at the beginning really does resonate with where your trajectory is going for you in the next 30 days, Gitaleka. But there's some abundance coming in as well. let's just see what else is ahead for you. Get to luck in the next 30 days. Okay, again with that mindset, you want to keep things very positive, because every time I pull this card from this specific deck, it's not just, okay, take off the blindfold, escape from those swords and binds, and just go about your merry way. She's actually holding a chicken, which to me, chickens lay eggs. That's a sign of fertility. And she is holding the Ace of Cups, which is also a sign of fertility. So you have like the seeds that you can plant for a better life for yourself in your hands already, in your mind already. It's just kind of getting through all the stress and the anxiety and just working your way through maybe some limiting beliefs. That's really going to help shift your paradigm to something better, something you can really focus on. But it's going to be much easier for you to fall more into this kind of, victim mentality, or just feeling like, why doesn't anything go my way? It's going to be very easy for you to slip into that. But if you can keep reminding yourself, I'm a limitless being having this beautiful human experience, and beautiful even when it's messy, even when it's ugly, it's still beautiful, it's still perfectly imperfect. When you can remind yourself of that and look at things that way, it's going to make things much easier. But you also have the Two of Swords. So there may be some sort of decision that you're coming up here in the next 30 days, some decision you need to make that will bring about a lot of these changes we were really tapping into with that message that I was just saying about, like the angel chime, like big changes coming. So let's get a card for one path you can choose, and then a card for another path you can choose. Let's just see. I'm already feeling they're going to be equally like, what's the word? Like freeing of your energy. Okay. Wow. So lots of swords at play here in your reading. We've got 4 swords out of 5 cards. So one way to go would be to just completely give up and just like, why me? I'm a victim, all the stuff we already talked about not doing. You could easily go that direction, but I don't see you doing that. I think you're smart enough, spiritual enough, tapped in enough that you're going to avoid this by trying to keep a positive mindset. And we're not talking about that toxic positivity where everything's burning down around you and you're just like, fine, everything's fine, like trying to love and light yourself through it. This might indicate you're just going through some stuff. Maybe you're healing some stuff from your past, and allowing yourself to actually feel it will be a good thing for you, but not to stay stuck in it for long. But the other decision, or the other path that we have here, is the Queen of Swords, which is all about speaking her truth, cutting through the BS of those belief systems, BS, right? Cutting through all of that and really realizing, no, I am a queen. I don't need to feel anxious all the time, or like, why do I feel so insecure, or, whatever the case may be. And I think ultimately this is the path you're choosing, and this is what you're going to be able to accomplish as a result. Let's get one more card as kind of an outcome for these 30 days. Energetically, what's going on for Gitaleka? Yes, the end of that tough cycle is approaching. So you really are closing out with all those 9s we got in the collective over this next week, 2 weeks, 30 days for you in your instance, Gitaleka. You are closing out those tough cycles. The end of the tough cycle is approaching for you. So anything that's stressing you out, worrying you, allow yourself to feel it so you can heal it, so you can deal with it, so you can release it and move on. It's going to be great. Not easy, but ultimately great. And you can do it. So that's awesome. All right. Thank you so much, Gitaleka, again for your lovely donation. And for also Shannon, Elizabeth, thank you so much for your lovely donations as well. Oh, no, thank you. There's no need to spam. There's only 18 people here, and we're not a very chatty group. So I will be calling out for a free question very soon. So if you can hold your free questions for a little while, when I call out for the free question mosh pit, that would be your chance to post your question one time. Otherwise, you can always send a donation to get yourself a guaranteed reading and get you on the list. Okay, so who was next? I think it was Michelle Lynn, and I don't believe she's here. I think she had to work, but she did send her question through PayPal, so we'll check on in over on PayPal. Okay, so I'm actually going to open this up because it's a longer question, or information at least. Let's take a drink of water while I open PayPal. Okay. Stand by. It's happening, but very slowly. All right, Michelle Lynn's question. Okay, so she says, my emotions have been up and down. Girl, same. Same. My body feeling heavy, stomach pains. I know I am in rest mode, but I'm excited to get in the flow of a new routine and get back to working out once my energy is restored. I remember you saying I will be spending money on something for my well-being and confidence. Is it possible to tap into this energy more and get a general of what I may need to hear at this time? Let's do it. Okay, and remember, well-being, health, wellness, all that. Entertainment purposes only. This is not in place of actual medical advice. I'm not a doctor. This is just, I guess, guidance from spirit on your wellness. We'll put it that way. Okay, so for Michelle Lynn, and we're time stamping. I guess we start around 39 minutes and 40 seconds. I should actually be writing these down because I will forget. Let's see. Where's the paper? Here we go. Here's a little notepad. Okay, so Get to Lekka's, I think, was right at 33 minutes. Okay, and then Michelle Lynn is about 39, 40-ish, roundabout. Okay, that'll do us for now. Thank you so much, Ethan. Okay, so health and wellness. What can we tap into this energy? How can we get her back in the flow of life and healing and overcoming these current issues? Okay, we have here alternative medicine. So dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for guiding me to the ideal healing treatment modality and for giving me clear signs and messages to validate the best path for my well-being. So if you're not already on a detox, they're showing me that you really would benefit from that, especially with the stomach pains and stomach issues. It says here, ask your body for a message. So, maybe going into meditation and asking your stomach, that's that solar plexus, even kind of lower sacral energy there. There is a lot going on in the collective with purging of old emotions, old wounds, old guilt. All of that is coming up to be released so that we can move into a lighter vibration, basically. So there is this call, with our collective message we did at the beginning. I think, Michelle Lynn, if you want to go check that out as well, you would really benefit from the information there because it's all about focusing on our health and wellness as well. And as a result of that, we're gaining more abundance in our lives, abundance of things we actually want happening. I think you and I had talked about, you were mentioning you wanted to do Invisalign and do some other things. And then later on, you wanted to look more into that black oxygen organics, the fulvic and humic acid in the bag. If you wanted to know more information about that, my friend Taryn is the girl to hit up for that. But Michelle Lynn, if you want to email me about that to get more information, the Spirit showed me, like, at the beginning of when I was still reading your question, like, that you really would benefit. I mean, any human being on this planet would benefit from that stuff. I've even been talking to Lori and Susie about this stuff. It's just, I'm that guy. I'm a skeptic until I can prove it. And I have been on this stuff since, I guess it's been May 21st. Was my first detox bath that I did with this stuff, and man, it's no joke. It is so amazing and so powerful. It's got all the nutrients and stuff that our food just does not have. So just taking a little bit of it every day just to supplement what we're not getting through our food nutritionally would benefit, let alone the detox that it does for our body. It gets those heavy metals out, the parasites, the candida. I mean, the mold, your exposure to mold. I'm in a group on Facebook where they're just talking about this stuff and how it's so beneficial for people who are exposed to mold toxicity, which I know, Michelle, you have that at your work. So it would be something very beneficial for you to look into for sure. So email me, Amanda at donePhotodesign.com, or however you want to get a hold of me. We have also Easy Does It. So taking care of yourself and allowing yourself. I know you want to get back into the flow, but listen to your body. Ask your body when will be the time to get back in the gym, get back into the flow of my life, and to feel healthy and vibrant again. Because sometimes we got to feel a little bit yucky, a little bit worse before we can start feeling better, especially if there is this need for more detox. Because it's not easy, it's not fun, but it's very, very needed for almost everybody on this planet that has been bombarded with all the unhealthiness. But on the back of the deck, you also have sunlight. So getting yourself out in the sun, getting that natural vitamin D will really be beneficial to you as well, Michelle. So there's a few little hints, tips, tricks, and pointers for you to get you back in the flow of life, get you back to the gym, get you feeling really good and clearing out all this yuck. Because, man, it's not fun to feel like that. I can tell you. I've been there. Not a good time. Not a good time. All right. Alrighty, so yes. Up next, we've got Brittany F. If you are still here, otherwise, you may have left your question over on PayPal, which we can timestamp and get that for you. Yes, Lori and Ethan are having a moment. Ethan is always taking care of Amanda and all of us. He is so kind. We are always so appreciative of his help and just his amazing energy here in the chat. Big shout out, big round of applause for Ethan for hanging out with us and keeping the list and keeping my sanity. Thank you so much. Oh, you're here. Perfect. Awesome, Brittany. Okay, so I'm seeing a new guy and I just want to see what Spirit says about it, his intentions, any advice for it. Are we aligned, etc.? Any question you feel to tap into? Let's feel into this and go. Okay, start. Okay. Let's go actually to the Light Seers Tarot. Let's tap into this energy. We also have some personality or archetype cards just to see if this is picking up his energy. Okay. Tap into, ooh, we got stuff already taken out. Okay. I think I got them all. All right, so for Brittany F, new love interest. Let's go back up here. Seeing a new guy. What does Spirit say about it? His intentions, any advice? Are they in alignment? Anything that just needs to be highlighted? Woo, 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 woo. We got some stuff. We've got some stuff. Okay. Well, this is all about new love, that Ace of Cups. So yes, this is such a exciting and brand new love. They are establishing, yes, this is the energy we are picking up on. And this feels very good, very supportive. Then we have the Five of Swords, and did he recently have a breakup or just a lot of trouble or stress in his life, or maybe he still currently does have a lot of stuff going on. Because also on the back of the deck, he's got Seven of Wands, which is all about rising above the opposition, rising above all the problems, all the drama in life, and just trying to get on. And look, she's floating above it like, it's not going to affect me anymore. I've pulled my energy from it. He's pulled his energy from whatever this was in the past. He's pulled his energy away and is now ready for this with you, is really what I see. He's ready. To me, this does feel like an ex or someone he was with in the past that really put him through the ringer as far as feel his self-worth, really feeling if he could actually deserve love. Like, that's the energy we're really picking up, and questioning his emotional availability. Okay, so it could be that he's still just a little hung up on his own lack, his own issues of, yeah, 4-year relationship has been over for a year. So he's still hung up on, I won't say that he's still in love with her. I'm not picking that up. This is just his, that yucky way she made him feel, and probably the yucky way he made her feel, and just the toxicity between the two of them. He's not healed from it. So yeah, there's where you're kind of sensing maybe this a little bit of emotionally unavailable vibe from him. Let's just see. Yeah, he's still got a lot of nightmares about it, anxious, sleepless nights, just thinking about, why did I allow her to do this? Why is this going on? Just wishing he didn't spend so much time. It's not like, man, I wish I could go back. Like, it's not that vibe at all, but it's just he hasn't learned all the lessons that relationship was trying to show him yet. Not to say he won't eventually, but he's still, I guess, licking his wounds from that relationship, even a year later. But let's just see, ultimately, between the two of you, will there be more emotional availability between, especially on his end, and you, Brittany? What do we have with that eventually? Yes. Look, we've got the Star. And pairing that up with that beautiful Ace of Cups energy that we have here, he's going to slowly heal through it. I mean, it's not going to be like an overnight thing, but you being that beautiful, shining beacon of light in his life is really going to help him see that he doesn't have to stay stuck in that, nightmare or anxiety energy. He doesn't have to stay there. He can evolve through it. So let's pick up, just do one card about his personality. Just see if this sounds like him at all. What do we need to know about him? Scribe, preserving knowledge and information. So he is someone, especially with, preserving this information. It's like he almost preserves that information so well that he plays it over and over and over and over in his head and can't. It's like he's stuck on one chapter and can't flip the page and start something new. But he will be able to, because it's like he almost feels at times like he didn't have any hand in the wrongdoing or the ending of this relationship. So maybe he's really painted her to look like a monster. And I'm not saying he's the monster either. I'm just seeing two very incompatible people that tried to force a connection between him and his ex. And there's a lot of resentment that was built up because of that. And he told himself his own stories surrounding this connection that may or may not be actual truth, but they're his truth. You know, in his own mind, they are the truth. So it's not like he's lied to you about anything. It's just he believes a different version, or maybe he's just seeing things through a different colored lens than what is actual reality. But he's learning through this. He's going to be releasing this for good in the next 2 years, which, yeah, that sounds like a very long time, but he's processing through it. And it's not to say he's completely emotionally unavailable to you in that time. I'm not seeing that as the case at all. It's just he's still working through it in tandem with what he's building with you. And again, it's not him still being hung up on her. It's him still being hung up on who he felt he was with her. But getting to know each other, as the two of you get to know each other, your bond will deepen. You're going to know, more about him to where, he'll start opening up and becoming more emotionally available to you. And as a result, it's almost like he's giving you the keys to help unlock that pain within him that is going to help. It's really going to help him, when he finally just has that vulnerable moment with you and can say, yeah, she did. I'm getting chills now. Yeah, she did these things. I did these things. Like, he can finally start admitting, maybe I wasn't the best boyfriend. Maybe I, messed up. Maybe I started ignoring her. I see him just ignoring her, and her, like, they're showing me like him, like, well, did I put those away? I think I put them away. That 5 of Swords, though, can I find it again? Probably not in a timely manner. But they're showing that like 5 of Swords where, oh, here it is, where he's like got his hand to his head, like headache. It's like she's screaming like at the top of her lungs, like, why can't you hear me? Why can't you understand what I'm trying to tell you? And it's like he just did not have the ears to hear it. It just sounded like noise to him. But what do we need to know ultimately between the two of you, how this will transpire? That resonates so much with what I've been picking up on. Cool. Then trust your intuition throughout this whole thing, Brittany. You're already very intuitive as to what he's been through, what you can do to help him, and express your love. Don't be afraid because he's afraid to be emotionally available. Don't you be afraid to be emotionally available to him or think, well, maybe I'll scare him if I'm too available. It's actually going to help him. When you can show that vulnerable side of yourself, it's going to help him relax and loosen up a little to be able to do the same. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So do it. I don't see any red flags here. Again, I think it's just going to come down to how much he wants to heal, how much work he's willing to do for his past, and, how much he wants to work on your connection. But, he's open. I do see he's opening up. So, yay, that's awesome. All right, so I hope that resonated for you. Perfect. This was amazing. Thank you. You are so welcome. Thank you so much again, Brittany, for your wonderful donation. Where did this go? I don't know. I got decks stashed everywhere over here right now. Okay, so let me put all of these back. And then up next, we've got the free question mosh pit. This is actually not even quite a free question mosh pit. This is from an anonymous donor. Someone donated an amazing donation to the channel. Again, all of your lovely donations do go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019. She's still living in a little camper. With the way the building prices have been this last year, there's just no way she can get out of there sooner than later. But it looks to me like things are starting to become more, realistic with pricing. So yay, that's good. But in the meantime, the money you guys have been donating, we have been able to buy her a couch and a freezer, and she's recently purchased with her own money, and I'm trying to say, hey, let me pay you for that from what I've been doing here to make all this money to give to you. She bought herself like a storage shed where she can keep her little kitchen appliances and other things, clothing that is kind of off season, that, when you live in just one little camper area, there's, your stuff accumulates quickly and you're just like cluttered quick. So she's got a storage shed to help alleviate all the clutter in her life and the winter coats that she does not need in the summertime and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much. It's really been helping out, and I appreciate you guys so much. Okay, so one of our lovely viewers has donated, doesn't want a question answered for themselves. They just wanted to donate from the kindness of their heart to give to my mom and to also offer up a question for someone who desperately would like their question answered. So now is the time. Go ahead and post your question if you would like this donation to go in your favor. Go ahead and post your question one time, and then I will, with the help of my guides, intuitively select one of your questions from the list here. So I try not to look at it so as to not get my ego involved. So I will be drinking my water and looking this direction, not that direction. Even if you've already donated, don't be shy. Put your question in there. Put your question in there. Okay, give it a minute because I know sometimes it takes a hot minute. Okay, tell me 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7. Okay, you guys don't need the countdown. And 1. Okay. Here we are. Cheyenne Downey. Could I please ask Spirit if I should start looking for my new job now, or will it come to me in divine timing? My contract ends next month. Okay. Let's find out for Cheyenne. Should she start looking for that job now? I'm already hearing, yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Get something lined up. Just let them know, hey, I have X amount of time left on my contract, but I'm ready to work after that date. Let's see here. Okay, yes, because there is something better. So yes, definitely start looking now, getting your feelers out there, putting that intention, maybe even just going into meditation or right before bed, just saying, okay, universe, I'm ready to move in a new direction. Please illuminate the path for me. Show me the jobs available. Show me the direction to go, because there is something better out there for you. Look at that. So let's go ahead and get, let's go to Sacred Traveler. What does Cheyenne need to know about this job search journey she is on for her new job? Okay, reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. So you will reach a destination. You will secure another job, something that feels better than where you're at now, something that will allow you to shine more of your beautiful light and you feel more purposeful at this job. What else? What else? Oh. Okay, yes, let go. Walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. So even if you start your search now, and if you don't find the job till after your contract ends, don't be discouraged. But Spirit is saying now is the time to get the information, get the feelers out there. That'll really help. So get your feelers out there now. Even if you don't hear back or you can't really find anything that really fits what you want to do yet, still just put that signal out to the universe. Start looking in all the places people look for jobs these days. Start looking, because when you start to let go of your place where you're at in this job currently, you are going to be able to then put your, what are they showing me? Like your energy is shifting, like I'm seeing, and you're able to shine more of your light. So you will have a job that feels more fulfilling, where you can use more of your creativity, because we did have the artist card on the bottom, but also infinite abundance. So it's going to be a job that actually pays more eventually as well. Okay. All right. So Passmore 5. I think because you left the chat here to go donate on PayPal, you might be a little behind us, because I'm seeing now you're just posting a question. Will we meet? Sister's neighbor and you. Okay, so I'm actually going to answer that. I think so. I think we will be able to do that, but let's just ask, because you always send such amazing high donations that I'm just going to ask. Yes, people have put us in the same alignment, you know, is what I'm seeing here. We have guides, we have angels, it's like the destiny, divine, you know, that you met my mom also. Or my sister, sometimes she feels like my mom, that you did meet my sister, but that because by meeting her, you could meet me. I can meet you. Like, yes, I feel that will happen someday. I really do. I really do, Pam. I've even just my sister talking about her awesome neighbor, Pam. I'm like, I need to know this girl. I need to know her. I need to hug her and tell her thank you for treating my family so nicely. Like, yes, I love that. But Pam, I think you are a little bit behind our chat. So I don't know if you're on a phone or a computer, but the best thing to do if you're on a phone, just completely close the video out and then go back into the video. If you're on a computer, you may be able to drag the little, let's see, I guess you could do this on phone or computer. At the bottom of the live stream. Okay. So you see this little red line, maybe? Here, let's do this. Okay. See the red line at the bottom? If you see any gray on the side, let me see. Trippy. So if you see some gray, that means you're not up to live. You're kind of watching what happened a few moments ago. So drag that dot all the way to the right. Whatever way that is for you. Yes, so do that, Pam. Awesome. Okay, and you are so welcome, Cheyenne. Absolutely. So up next, we've got Claudia, dear Claudia, and then Sierra. Lavender, you will be on deck after Claudia's question. And thank you so much, Ethan, for keeping my list. I really appreciate that. And before we're done today, Ethan, I would like you actually to put your name on the list because I would like to do a reading for you for all of your lovely help. So thank you, Ethan. All right. So Claudia wants to know what Spirit wants her to know. We are about to find out. Ooh, I love this new deck by, and who is this one? Tasha Silver, I believe. Let's see, where can I find it here on my, oh, Divine Abundance. This is the Divine Abundance deck. I can't talk. By Tasha Silver. It's a newer deck, and I love it. Liberation. Look at this. So the doubts and fears still come up, but you don't believe them anymore. Or you don't believe anymore that they are you. So you're going to start feeling these little doubts, worries, fears, stress come up for you, but you're going to realize, yes, the donation list is still open. Welcome back, KDR. It's been a hot minute. I was thinking about you the other day as well, last night actually. Like, I wonder if I'll see KDR tomorrow. So it's good to see you back. It's been a minute. But Claudia, these fears, these doubts, these worries may still come up, but you're not believing them. You're not attaching to them and being like, yeah, see, I should worry about that. You're like, nah, I got this. I'm good. So you really are removing some blocks in your abundance, blocks in, where maybe before you were limiting yourself, you were removing these blocks. Not to say these blocks won't come up, but it's like you can easily step over them. You don't even have to hurdle through them. Whoa, these are really coming up. And what were we talking about? Limiting beliefs. Look what I had to use my foot like a little monkey, grabbed it off the floor and put it in my hand. Now I have hair attached to it as well. We have here worth. You really are knowing your worth so much better than you did before. You have been worthy to belong to love all along without any need to improve. In fact, you are love itself. So you really are tapping more into this solar plexus chakra. I'm seeing a lot of green and yellow, orange, blue. You really are doing a lot of energetic work to yourself is really what I see, but you're also in the flow. Look at this beautiful card. I love this. You may even be seeing a lot of dolphin symbolism, like if you watch pick-a-cards or maybe you're flipping channels, you see dolphins, you're watching a movie, then there's dolphins, or seeing someone with a dolphin print shirt, or I don't know. There's going to be some dolphin symbolism popping up. You can also go and look up dolphin spirit animal or animal totem to get some additional guidance as to what this means for your life. Oh, you saw a dolphin meme. I love that. Allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. So that's the opposite of that stress and worry, the calmness and peace. You are liberated from that stress and worry and stepping more into the flow of calm and peace and knowing your worth all the while. You really are tapping more into, well, why not me? Why not me? Absolutely, it should be me. And really knowing your worth on things. It's beautiful. But let's get, we're going to the Green Witch Oracle now. For Claudia, any additional messages from Spirit for Claudia? Anything she needs to know right now? Yes, and as a result of all of this, you are having such an increase or bump in energy. I don't know about you, but when I cut open or peel open a new orange, like a fresh orange, and smell that beautiful citrus aroma, I just feel so re-energized and excited about life. And you might be feeling this as well. But we've got the sign of Virgo here, which you could be a Virgo Sun, Moon, Rising. But if you don't have Virgo in your chart, Claudia, not to worry, because we all have a house of Virgo in our chart somewhere. I personally have it in the 12th house with my Saturn and my Mars. One foot on the gas, one foot on the brake. That is how I live my life. But even if you have an empty Virgo house, wherever Virgo is, oh, Virgo moon, there you go. So you're getting more of an energetic mind, which makes sense with this other stuff you got. The other one I think I put away, so it's not out here, the beautiful dolphin card. Or where did it go? It disappeared. It's somewhere here. But, your mind may be very active, but instead of believing, just the random stressy, worry type stuff, you're like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to believe this other good stuff and get really divinely inspired, beautiful ideas. And Virgo moon people are very psychic, especially if you have your moon in Hasta Nakshatra. Such a psychic nakshatra to have your moon. And if you were like, what's a nakshatra? I'm talking Vedic astrology here for just a minute, but you can look into that if you want. But we have the number 28 here also, which adds up to 10, which adds up to 1. New beginning. So you have a new, fresh beginning with your energy, especially if you've been feeling really depleted or like, stressed out and all of that. You're having a new lease on life coming up very soon. It's awesome. So yay! That's always a good message to get from Spirit, that you're back on track. So yay, that is awesome. Yeah, there's that flow card. It's not missing. I did put it away. Okay. So I hope that resonated, Claudia. Thanks again for your lovely donation. And up next, we've got Sierra Lavender. So go ahead and post your question, which you already have done. I'm just going to double back here for a moment to find my list to make sure who I can call out next. Okay, so Danny, what's my name, will be next, and then Passmore 5, and then Katie, oh no, then we had, so Passmore 5, and then Lori has donated for a question, and then Katie R. So that is our updated list. Oh, Ethan said he's back. So I'm sure Ethan still has my list. But Sierra Lavender and then Danny, what's my name? You are on deck. So Sierra Lavender says, my debt is crushing me mentally. It's constantly on my mind. I have student loans and credit cards. How should I go about becoming debt-free in the timeline? Okay, let's find out. For some reason, they are directing me to this Angel Answers deck. All right, what do we need to know for Sierra Lavender and her debt? What does she need to know? Okay, so wow. So there is this, it's interesting too, but we have this card of transformation here. And we also have the miracle forgiveness. And right as I read the miracle forgiveness, I heard the word debt forgiveness. So maybe Googling, researching, looking into some sort of debt forgiveness. I know once in a while there are loopholes or ways someone can get around having to pay so much for something. On the back of the deck here, we also have new beginning. So it says, thank you, angels, for opening up the doors to change. I am ready. So you really are living your life more consciously moving forward. I don't know if there's some sort of, like a financial advisor or someone you can consult with to kind of get a game plan going as to what place would be better or best to put a lot of that money that you owe to pay that off first, like all of that. I'm not like just in my own like personal actual knowing of debt. Like I've never had a credit card. The only debt my husband and I have is just our house, which we could have paid off a while back, but we're not sure what's going on with this housing market. So we're waiting. So I'm not a big person to know like all about debt. So we're asking spirit. So I can't even give you like a lot of my personal things, but like financial advisors, I think are a good thing. Like looking into maybe even online research, just looking into ways to pay off debt. I just heard the word snowball, debt snowball. Is there a thing called debt snowball? I don't know. We also have 6 of Cups. So this is nostalgia. So this just might be even you really regretting some of those purchases you made. Like, that was dumb, I shouldn't have bought that, or why did I spend all that money on that one thing? But there is this way, even looking back at the past with this forgiveness card you have here, forgiving the version of you that did accrue that debt, if that's what. Oh, Dave Ramsey. Yes, that's the one I was kind of had in my head. Like, I think he's got stuff on YouTube. I don't know if it's his actual YouTube channel or just a thing on YouTube that I've seen his stuff before. He's kind of got a bit of a Southern accent, if I'm remembering right. But forgiving that version of you that, in your now being able to see things, hindsight is 2020, where maybe you're like, man, it was so dumb to spend money on that. Why did I do that? And forgiving. And I have this deck here called The Language of Letting Go. So let's just see if there's a message for you, Sierra, what you can let go of besides the debt. Like, what is it you can let go of to really tap into this debt-free life that I know you can live? I know it's a version of you in, wow, assuming financial responsibility. And this is not like a financial deck. It's just like a letting go, the language of letting go. So like living through problems, showing vulnerability, trusting God. We specifically got a finance card. And I love this. This is good validation that you are on the right track, that you will be able to turn this around. Because I can't imagine, because again, I did grow up, pretty poor myself and, paycheck to paycheck kind of thing. And my mom got into, I'm sure she's watching this, like, she's calling me out, got into a lot of credit card stuff when I was young. And I just always knew that was not the path for me to live my life. So I've been there as a young child, but not as an adult. So I can empathize with you completely about that. But we'll read the message on the back here. Today I will repair and restore my money-related issues. I will not allow others to hurt me financially, and I will take responsibility for any matters that I've created. I will ask God to help me with the details of my financial life, and I will trust that everything will work out in the best possible way. So yes, I think with this miracle, miracle forgiveness and also this transformation, thank you for supporting me to transform my past challenges. And keep looking. They're showing me almost like thinking in your mind that you're debt-free now. And it's almost like every time you have to write a check or send a payment to something, almost look at that amount of money like, yes, this is money I'm paying out, but it's going to come back to me. Just know that it will, almost like a boomerang. Call your payments a boomerang. It's like, I got to go make a boomerang. So Spirit's showing me like a boomerang. Like, okay, that $33.10 I have to pay over here is going to boomerang back to me eventually. It will. So yeah, this is very interesting, but you are on a new path. This is a new beginning for you. And forgiving your past version of yourself is going to be key in this. And that sense of forgiveness, or people who helped accrue this debt with you, just, knowing everyone did the best they could with what they had, the knowledge they had. But you are now assuming financial responsibility. This is your current energy. So you are assuming your financial responsibility from this day forward. So yes, looking in, doing research about all of this is really going to help you. And again, it may not be something that you pay off next year or the year after that or the year after that. But as long as you're moving in that direction, and then also reframing your lifestyle to where you're living within your means, you're living with a budget. If a credit card is something you have to have, only using it in emergencies is like the best advice Spirit's giving me. If there's something you need, like for me personally, like if there's something I need, I will save my money until I have it. If you're someone who like that money burns a hole in your pocket, I have a few friends and family members like that. I'm not going to call out any names. But if you are someone who has that money burning a hole in your pocket, if you have someone in your life that you trust implicitly with your resources, you can put your name and that person's name on a special account that you need both of your signatures to be able to draw from that account. Again, only if it's someone you trust implicitly. Okay. But Six of Pentacles, you are going to be able to balance those scales. This is that benefactor card. You may even find, like I was picking up earlier with that debt forgiveness, you may even find somehow, some way, some loophole, some program they're offering because of the state of the economy right now. Like, I don't know. Spirit's showing me there's going to be this door opened where Spirit's just going to walk right on through and a whole bunch of your debt is just going to disappear. But it's going to be legal. It's not like you're, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a legal way, some sort of debt forgiveness or something going on that you're going to actually not have to pay back as much as you're thinking right now. Woo! All right, Sierra, I hope that resonated, but just keep your chin up, girl. This has to be very stressful. I can't imagine. but just keep your chin up. Just know you got yourself into this. You can get yourself right back out of it. Believe me, you can. Know that you can. You are an abundant being. Having this, you're having this lesson that is playing out for you right now, but that does not mean that you have to stay in this energy. You can overcome it. You really can. So I hope that resonated for you. Thank you so much. I feel so much better now. I can do this. You really can. So do your research, learn as much as you can about, the best way to pay something off, which things you should pay off first, which things can wait. I know there's like a method to the madness of all of it that you can kind of crack the code on. I think you're going to be able to do it. So you got this, girl. I have faith in you. And thanks again for your lovely donation. All right. So Danny, you are next, my dear. Danny is next. Love life reading. I see you've posted your question above. I'm going to take a quick drink and then we will get into your love life reading. And just let me know if you are single or coupled up, because that will kind of be the way I interpret things. I mean, a lot of times with the cards, I can tell right away, but just for clarification purposes, Danny, if you want to let us know your relationship status currently, that'll help. That'll help navigate the energy of what I'm seeing. Whew. Well, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So there is something going to be offered to you eventually. It may not be right. So like the energy, like I'm saying, is picking up. I do feel like single. Like you're single right now and kind of wished, I'm waiting for my white knight to show up and, offer me his hand and, all these things. And you wished it would have happened yesterday or last year or a while. Like you've been waiting a while probably is really what I see with this card. But it is on the way. It is on the way. This is guaranteed that it is on the way. It's just maybe taking a little longer than you had hoped. Oh, single mom. Okay. That's awesome. Single moms are the bomb. They're amazing. And amazing people. So, okay, what else do we need to know for Danny's single life? 100%, yes. Okay, we have the Chariot. So when the time arrives for this, knight in shining armor to show up on your door, there's actually going to be two choices or more. You have a choice here. It's not like you're meeting one person and getting to know them. It's like when it rains, it pours is really what Spirit's showing me. So it's like out of nowhere, you're going to have two potential love interests or three or however many. I'm seeing between 2 and 3, most likely 2. What else does she need to know about this? Right. So we have the 4 of Pentacles. So this is really telling you to stay out of that lack mindset. I know this traditionally is a lack of funds or, really hoarding money or spending too much money, that kind of thing. But in this instance, I'm seeing you like guarding your heart very hard. So of course, using your intuition, I'm really seeing that you did learn a lot of lessons with an ex, specifically your child's father is really what I see. You did learn a lot of lessons. You've overcome those. So the people coming in for you next won't be like that relationship. They may have like a similar hair color and like kind of facial structure, but like the personality is going to be completely different. The relationship is going to be completely different. So if that's what you're worried, like you're worried you're going to attract the same person basically again in a different meat suit. No, you're not. You've learned lessons. So you don't have to worry about, getting back into those same old. You're not getting back into that. This is going to be totally energy. You've already learned your lessons, whatever they may have been, you've learned and you're moving forward in a better way. Yes, we've got the Hermit. So this next person coming in for you, the most likely potential, because again, I'm seeing 2 to 3 people. Your most likely choice that you're going to choose is somebody who is single themselves. So that's always good. They don't have some hidden family or anything. They probably don't have their own children. They are kind of living the bachelor lifestyle, the hermit. They may like to go camping or like stay outside. Like I'm seeing someone that likes to live off the land, or they like to go camping, hunting, fishing. They're just someone who can really take care of themselves. Like they can rough it if they had to. Not saying that they're homeless. I'm not saying that, but they like to really connect with nature and be alone and all of that. But they are also looking for that love connection. But they're not somebody who feels stressed out being alone. Like they're okay to be alone, but they would love to enhance their life with a beautiful love connection, which would be you, Danny. So let's just tap into the energy again of this relationship. Whoa. Okay, we have here getting to know each other. So as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So really, this is a slow burn, and this is such a beautiful way to build a relationship. It's not all hot and heavy right out the gate. This is a slow burn. But usually when you can do something slowly, you really put that time, attention, and care into it and really build those stable four walls or that stable foundation that you need to create something long-term. This is a long-term love commitment that this person is coming in with. Someone who can also provide for you and your child financially as well eventually, I do see. Someone who wants to take care of you. On the back of the deck, yes, finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. And of course, we can kind of erase the right now. When you do get together with this person, it might be hard for you because this person does want to offer you that security. That is that Knight of Pentacles. They want to offer that stability, that security to the person that they love. And it might be hard for you to allow this person to pay your bills or to buy dinner or, even if you move in together with this person eventually, it might be hard for you to accept their financial help because you're used to doing it on your own. You almost feel like I don't want this person to think I'm using them or anything like that. But again, you're examining your own limiting beliefs surrounding all of this to where you won't have to really get into these things. This just might be a small lesson you're learning is to allow this person to help you out financially and provide for you eventually. But it might be a hot minute before, maybe you take a little longer to move in with this person just because you want to make sure that you're not perceiving that, or other people aren't perceiving that you're using this person, which you're not. This person probably knows you're not, but you want to make it blatantly obvious that you're not using this person, and that's not why you're with this person, is for financial security. You love this person and you want to create a life with them. That's why you're with them. Okay, so I hope that resonated. Relating hardcore. All right. I love that. But yeah, this person is someone who is very spiritual. The Hermit is a very spiritual energy. So this person wants that spiritual connection to you, wants that emotional connection to you, wants to provide for you, all of that. All right. So I hope that resonated, dear. Thanks again for your lovely donation, Danny. And I'm going to move that weird hair and go back over to my list. Okay, and we have a couple of new donations here, so I'm going to go ahead and add them. Let me just go to my updated list, which Ethan did have, because a couple of people donated right before Junking Data Girl. I was just like in the zone, because Pika Lee has donated, and then Kat donated, and then Junking Data Girl. So thank you guys so much. Let me just go back to my updated, or my old list. Let's see. It's been a minute since I've seen it. Let's see. Stand by. I will find it. Okay. So Passmore 5, Pam, you are next. And then I have to update from there because I dropped the ball. So Pam, and then Lori, you will be on deck. Thank you so much. And then Katie R. And then Pika Lee. And then Kat. And then Junking Data Girl. I hope I've spelled everything correctly and we have it going on here. That is the up-to-date list. Did I miss anybody, Ethan? Okay. Well, it looks like Ethan. Oh, and Ethan. Yes, thank you, Ethan, for also putting your name on that list because that's important. Thank you so much. Okay, so Pam, you are next, my dear. So Pam can go ahead and post her question. And then Lori will be on deck and Katie R right after that. Oh, thank you so much. Cool, Junking Data Girl. I will, yes, I will call out for you when it's time. If I don't hear from you, I can just stamp and go into your awesome PayPal donation. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ethan. I appreciate it. Okay. So Pam, I know she was a little behind where we were. I don't know. Has anyone heard from her since we talked about that? I'm scrolling back to see if we've heard from her. Let's see. Oh, she had something about kids and coffee. Always. Okay. So I hope Pam's still here. Oh, struggling to compose. Okay. No worries. We have a minute. We have a minute. So we will let you get your question out there. Maybe I'm going to pull a card for all of us right now from the little Starseed Oracle while we wait for Pam to compose her awesome question. So what do we all need to know? All of us that are watching right now. Oh, we're on the replay. Apparently we need to know a lot of things because 4 cards popped out. So we have vision, transcendence, signs, and reflection. So let's start with reflection. See all aspects of yourself through reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. So, every relationship we're in is a reflection of what we've got going on the inside. So keep that in mind through these coming days, weeks, whatever. No pressure, it's me. Signs. The universe has been gently nudging you, or for some of us, knocking us over the head and breaking our angel chimes. Our angel chime Moldavites. The universe has been gently nudging you forward by revealing to you signs and synchronicities. Cool. Also, transcendence. Transcend your mind's limitations and allow your soul's light to truly shine. And I think many of us have been learning to transcend those limiting beliefs. It has been such a theme in the pick cards, in a lot of people's questions even today. I think even in that collective message, we had talked about limiting beliefs and really examining those. And also vision. So trust your ability to create the vision in your soul. The vision you have for your life, where you see yourself going, because I think we had mentioned this. Was it on my pick a card today, or was it in the collective reading? Now I don't remember, because I did a pretty awesome pick a card today where we really tapped into some things. But our intentions are everything, and especially as things intensify on this planet, the energies converge, and things are happening. We need to be very intentional about where we're putting our energy, our focus, our attention. Did I already say that? Just our awareness and what it is we're intending to create, what it is we're intending to do. Maybe even if you before you go to bed that night, just kind of go through the mental, what do I need to do this morning? Or tomorrow morning? What is it I need to accomplish? What is it I want to do? What is it I want to focus on? And making sure you're doing that. Okay, that was a little collective message in the middle for all of us. So I hope that resonated for you. Okay. All right. So just wanted to say thanks. That was an amazing reading, and you are so on point. Love your work. Thank you so much, Danny. I appreciate that. I'm just letting you know what Spirit's showing me and what the cards have coming through. So thank you. Thank you for your amazing energy. Okay. Yes, those cards are on point, aren't they? Husband's needing me to bring my camera out tomorrow. Bunch of stuff. Okay. All right. Yeah. I got more homework. Okay. So for Pam. So she says, earned my Reiki Master 1 and 2. Oops, now I'm getting the text up here on my computer. And past life. Okay, so is your question wanting to know about your past life? Sandy! Oh my gosh, Sandy, hello. While we wait for Pam's clarification, Sandy, at the beginning of this live, I went into depth about some craziness that happened. Thank you so much for the package you sent me. I'm wearing part of it right here. Love it so much. At the beginning, I had talked about the fact you sent me, if you knew it or not, I don't know if you knew it or not, there's a specific kind of Moldavite called angel chime, which kind of makes a little ting, ting, really beautiful noise compared to just a regular tektite or a regular Moldavite. And I opened the package at $5.50, and I was playing around with the Moldavite, and I was in love with it. The fact you sent me an angel chime blew my mind, because those are 1% of all Moldavites are angel chimes. I just couldn't believe that's what you sent me. I was just floored. And then I'm holding it not even that far above my table where I'm ting ting tinging it, and I swear to God it jumps out of my hand. It just slides right out of my hand, right out, and I'll show you. She ain't an angel chime no mo. She is now on a twin flame journey. Yes. I'm laughing now, but I was not laughing last night. Believe you me, I was devastated. But drew some cards about it, did some soul searching about it, and it was meant to happen for a reason. But thanks again, Sandy. This means so much to me. It still means a lot to me, even though it is now one has become two. It still means so much to me. You don't even know. And this one, like you were saying, is more rare and powerful than Moldavite. You were not lying. This thing is so powerful. Wow. But thank you. I mean, it made it all the way from your home to mine in one piece, and I have it 5 minutes. Literally, it broke at 5:55 p.m. I had it in my possession 5 minutes, and it no longer chimed because I broke it. And I swear to goodness, it just slipped right out of my hand, and it wasn't even that far above the table, but you know, you've held it. You've seen how, you can even see how shiny the glass of the Tektite, right here especially, how shiny that is, and how over those millions of years, how the earth and the elements have shaped it and kind of made it a more matte appearance rather than that glassy green glass, you know, much like sea glass. But yes, craziness. But you know, I'm taking it in stride. All the way till I went to bed last night, I'm like, I can't believe I did that. And my husband's like, just shut up. We know. I mean, it was much nicer than that, but I'm sure if it were me, I'd be like, just shut up by now. No, I wouldn't have said that to him either. But yes, thank you, Sandy. So much appreciated. If you would let me, Sandy, can I just put your name on the list without you donating? Can I do that? Can I just give you a reading today as a thank you? Oh, yes, I did. I did a little demonstration with this Agni manatite. I never know if I'm saying that right. But look how amazing. It's even got some inclusions, like right up here, there's a little brown dot. Like, it's so cool. But yeah, so much awesomeness. Sandy is a rock star. Still can't believe you sent me all of this. That was so sweet and amazing. You are just the sweetest. Okay. So put that there in safe, secure area. Yeah, Sandy, you'll have to go back and watch kind of the beginning of the live stream. I also did a collective reading, so there's something in it for you too. But I go into a little story time and give all the details about actually what happened, more than the condensed version I just gave you. So you might want to go back and watch that. But then I did notice, Sandy, I went back and watched the video where you were making something, and I had popped in, and right at the beginning at like 3 minutes and 40 seconds, you're like, here, Amanda, did you know? And you grab it, and I heard the little chime of it. So it is immortalized in Sandy's one video where you can hear it chime. At like the 3 minute and 44 second mark of her video, you can hear a little chime when she picks it up. It like picks it up and it chimes just once. Oh, tears, tears, tears. Okay, thanks, Sandy. We will put you on the list for free reading. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You do still need to get with me. That would be awesome. Yeah, email me. We'll get you set up. All right, Brooke. I keep calling you Brooke. I apologize, Pam. I don't know why I do that every time. Okay. Pam says, I don't know if I'm on the correct reading, LOL, but after you read my past life with my son, former brother, as a healer, we were burned at the stake after I started on an apprenticeship in Reiki. Okay. I think she's just, again, not off or not on time with what we're at. It's story time hour. Okay. All right. I hope we can get the word out this way. It's interesting, though, because every time Pam comes here, we've got some sort of miscommunication or crazy discrepancy. But I don't think that Spirit's saying we're not meant to connect. I think that's Spirit saying, hey, also text Amanda. Text her and set something up so she can give you a nice in-depth reading, Pam. Because you have donated so much money to this channel. I really want to do that for you. That's a tough one. To know what to ask. Okay. I think she's just lagging behind us. So here we go. Oh no, what's going on with Monica? I miss a lot, you guys. I apologize. So, oh, not being able to donate because I don't have super chat. Oh, I see. Any way to pay rather than PayPal? Oh, via PayPal. Problems with PayPal no matter how many times I try. Oh no. Yeah, I don't have super chat capability since I moved the live stream off my main channel. I did have it for a long time over there, but when I separated the two channels, I don't have that anymore. Let's see. But yes, super chat. I'm about 500 away from that capability, but it might go quick. Who knows? But hang around. We're going to do another free question mosh pit, and we may be able to answer your question there. Let's see. So Pam says, I would love to, but phone calls work. Not a just anxious. Yes, we can do whatever you want, Pam. You still want to do your reading? Okay, I think she does. Okay. Do whatever you want, Pam. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm going to post that. Okay. Will your husband get over his anger? Let's tap into that. But Pam, yes, I know you've donated a very generous, amazing amount. Thank you so much for that. No, you're totally fine. I would like to. However, okay. My sister, I think, sent you the number, and I think I have your number, or I did at one point have your number, or I can get it from her again. I will text you again, and we can meet up somehow. We can do it through Zoom, through phone call, through text, through email, however you want to do it. Whatever you're most comfortable with, we can do it that way, because I definitely want to give you a nice in-depth reading, answer any questions you have. Like, you've been so good to me and my sister and my family. Like, I want to be so good to you back. So if you will allow me to do that, I would love to do that. So maybe the easiest way, just for right now, you can email me at amanda@dunphotodesign.com. That's my email. You can email me there, and we can meet up however is best and easiest for you to get your reading from me. I would love to do that. But for today, for now, we can tap into, will your husband get over his anger? And let's go to the tarot. Okay, got them all. Lightseer's Tarot. Will Pam's husband be able to get over his anger? I feel like a lot of what he's got going on for anger issues stems from his childhood. There's something that happened in his childhood, or he just didn't feel like he belonged or was allowed or like accepted is really what I see, that it was really hard for him to feel known, feel seen, feel heard. And he really internalized a lot of that anger that once he became an adult, I'll text you, my chimps need me. Okay, well, I'm going to timestamp this. So Pam, when this video posts to my channel, I will timestamp at 1 hour, 38 minutes, 37 seconds, and you can rewatch the reading when you can. But I'm going to do this reading for you right now about your husband's anger, and we're going to get into that. So Pam, what did I say? 1 hour, 38, and say 30 seconds. Okay. Thank you so much, Ethan. That's helpful. Okay. So it's interesting. It's interesting because I was talking about, the childhood stuff, the childhood, and I pulled the childhood card, the 6 of Cups. Look at this. You can't make this stuff up. this is that nostalgia card, but there was something that happened to your husband in his childhood where he just couldn't express himself, wasn't allowed to say what he felt or feel heard or seen or known by those in his life. Even if they on the surface felt like good people and all that, there was just an element to who he is at a soul level that just didn't feel like he could express himself. And he may even still feel that way in some regards, but he can now finally express the anger that really built up over all those years of his life. I think he's going to be able to get over it because, look, we've got a man and a wife here. We've got 2 kids happily playing in the background there. I think he's going to be able to work on these issues. It may be with your help, with your healing. Maybe you, Pam, connecting to his higher self and with your higher self and even asking, would it be okay, through meditation asking, would it be okay if I send him healing? Because sometimes when you ask someone in your life, hey, can I send you healing? They'll be like, ooh, that doesn't work, or that's weird, or their ego will get involved in some way, and it just won't work best that way. You can kind of trip the system, so to speak, and go directly to the higher self. Meet up with your husband's higher self in meditation and ask your husband's higher self, can I send him healing? What do I need to do? What do I need to know to help him with this anger stuff? Okay, we have 3 of Swords. There was a major heartbreak for him in his past. Could have been the loss or the death of somebody in his life that meant a lot to him. But to me, this feels like when he was young. I don't know how old he is now. Yeah, distance healing with Reiki. Yeah, you could absolutely do that. This to me feels like when he was under age 25 or younger. Could have been when he was a child. There was someone he lost either through death or just a separation that it really just cut to the heart of him, and his heart even still bleeds for the connection of the loss of this person from his life. He just doesn't know how to heal it. He doesn't know how to fix it. Mom, age 5. Okay. Wow, it's interesting I said age 25. So random. Weird. And it's interesting too, this to me looks like it could be, anywhere from a 3 to 5-year-old child. Age-wise. And then this looks like someone in their late 30s, early 40s, maybe somewhere in there, give or take. Because, yeah, I know, obviously that dog probably still wouldn't be alive from age 5 to late 30s. But, depicted-wise here on the card. And we also 2 of Pentacles. So it's really hard for him to balance his emotions. When he starts getting heated or feeling out of control within himself, it's hard for him to put a lid on that or to channel that into a more appropriate way. It just becomes out of balance real quick, real fast, because it's like it triggers and trips over that pain within him, and it just comes out like lava is really what I see. It just burns right on through. We had a miscarriage at 5 months. First love, 15. Bottles up. Yeah. And it almost, as you say bottles up, I'm seeing someone shaking a full pop bottle and then opening the lid and it just all pouring out like lava. That's what I was really seeing, lava just escaping a volcano. But like you say, bottling it up, when it comes out, it's explosive. It's everywhere. That he's still dealing with a lot of this anxiety, this sense of loss, this even not feeling good enough, feeling like I'm not a man. I'm not man enough. Maybe someone in his past told him, oh, you're not a man. You'll never be half the man I am. This could be an older male family member, that toxic masculinity kind of, what do you have nothing to cry about. You better stop crying or I'm going to give you something to cry about. I just heard that. Maybe there was some sort of physical abuse or at very least emotional abuse in his upbringing. And even if it wasn't in his home, it could have been extended family that would just not say the right things. His first love. Oh, he lost his first love too. Oh no. Yeah, that can be really hard. Yes, won't talk to me. Dad and brother, 10 months, very close. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, and it's going to be really hard for you until he's ready. It's going to be very hard for him to just start opening up. It really is. But look, you guys do have a soul connection. This is a soulmate connection the 2 of you have. And a big part of your purpose together is to work through this stuff. But, it's kind of, I'm getting chills now because they're telling me to reincorporate this card to remind you of the good things. But that's not to say if you ever feel unsafe or wow, I've just given my all, I'm at a breaking point, that it's not, this isn't saying to force yourself to stay here to wait for this. If you at any point feel like, it'd just be better for me if I left, always listen to your own intuition, your own self, because this is stuff he has to deal with. And it may even come to a point, or has in the past come to points, where you have to threaten to walk or leave, where he finally cleans up his act for a little while, but then, it's like that pop bottle's shaking slowly, a little faster, and then the lid pops off and it's blowing again, and it's like, here we go again, vicious cycle over and over. Like, that's what I feel with this. But it's going to come to a point, Spirit's showing me very clearly, it is coming to a point where he's saying enough is enough. Yeah, he's walking away from the past, the pain, the hurt. He's going to have to go through his own purge, his own healing. And he will get to that point. He will get to that point. And it will be a very hard place for him to be, a very emotionally breaking point in his life, that dark night of the soul. And it usually will come as a result of him thinking he has lost or will lose what he has already if he doesn't change. Then and only then will he finally, get it together. But again, it's going to be a process. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. He says fine and uses our kids against me because he tries to anger me. Yeah. And there's probably nothing worse a person, especially like a father, can do, a husband can do to a wife, is than to use the kids against. Like, that is such a low blow. But just again, going back to his upbringing, that just might be what he thinks will work, or what should work, because I think he just missed out on a lot of that nurturing that he deserved and just didn't get. And he maybe even sought that out with connections with animals, because that is such a prevalent thing here on the card. Maybe he has an easy time just connecting to animals because he doesn't feel he has to explain himself, or, I don't know. They're showing me he does have a kind heart. It's just got some wounds on it, and he doesn't at times know how to rein it back in. He wants a dog. Oh my goodness. I think that dog could be a catalyst to his healing process. I really do. I really do think that'd be a great idea. Oh, you got him a dog. Okay, yeah. That could really help him. I do see him being able to connect to this animal, this pet, and, just feeling like he doesn't have to put on a show or, make money or be any version of himself other than his true authentic self when he's around a dog or a pet. And that'll really help him feel like he is. Oh, you're very allergic. I know there are like hypoallergenic pets, right? Isn't that a thing? Certain dogs, like the only reason I know this, Pete Davidson is a comedian. He's like on Saturday Night Live. He's very allergic to dogs. And he was doing this thing where they are helping these people move. And they had a dog, and he was like getting like an anaphylactic reaction. But then I saw like a while later, he was holding this like Labradoodle kind of dog. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought he was like deathly allergic to dogs. And here he's holding this dog, but I guess it's a hypoallergenic kind of dog. Yorkie, that was the first. Oh, okay. That was the first dog he had. Wow. Let's just see, anything you can do, or anything going on in this connection, the outcome of what this is. We have the wheel energy. So, I mean, I really do see this eventually becoming a thing of the past, where the anger isn't just like an outburst. It's something that he can work through and manage. Not to say it'll disappear altogether, because it's just unrealistic in this reality. I mean, most people will never completely overcome the, what do you call it? The anger. I mean, it's going to be there for a lot of people indefinitely, but other people can overcome, or at the very least manage. And I think he's going to be able to finally, eventually manage that. But we've got here on the dice here, we've got 6 and a 4. So that adds up to 10. That is a new beginning. So there is a new beginning to be had through this. But, just supporting him through it, as long as you feel safe and okay. Yeah, you don't lie to each other. Our trust is strong. That's good. That's good. As long as you guys can be, authentic to each other, and, if he even, communicates to you, I'm really feeling like I'm going to lose it, and you just, I don't know, hold space for him or send him healing in those moments, whether he knows you're sending it or not, can really benefit and help. Yeah, they're showing me on the back of the deck here, the Magician. This is you basically using your healing ability to help. and kind of behind the scenes. It's not like you have to come out and be all like, woo-woo about it, but just, you can send that energy kind of, what's the word, like under the radar, I guess, so to speak, without him really understanding or knowing that's what you're doing. You can do that in the moment, and that might help. So I hope that resonated. But yes, please email me or text me. I'm sure you still have my number. If not, you can get it from my sister, or I can tell her to give me your number again. I think I have it somehow, some way here in my messages. But yes, Pam sent me a very nice, large, generous donation. That's why I gave her such an in-depth reading, you guys. So, but yes, Pam, contact me so we can get more into this, or any other questions, or anything you want to know. Just contact me. We'll get into it. All right. So up next, I do believe we have Lori. Yes, dear Lori. I think she wanted a message from her dad, from Pop, as we call him. Whatever Pop has to say to us today would be awesome. Let's tap into that. What does Pop want to know, or say, or do? What does he want us to know? And by us, I mean Lori. Pop's message for Lori today. Well, we have the Page of Wands. So this is taking like that inspired action to make changes in your life, which we really have been discussing. You are very, very welcome, Pam. Thanks again. It was so good to see you. Always a pleasure to have you here, dear. But yes, you are taking that inspired action to make these changes in your life, to overcome things that have held you back, is really what he's showing me. And we also have here, nothing is yet set in stone. So like those things that you thought, well, I have this ailment, or I have this living situation, or I have this belief system, or whatever it is, it's not set in stone. You can shift it. You can change it, especially with this Page of Wands. This is someone who's very inspired to make a new start, to try something new. This is new inspiration. This could literally look like you taking up some sort of new creative endeavor as well. And again, remember, you don't have to be good at anything creative to enjoy being creative. So let's just put that out there for you. What else does Pop want Lori to know? We're going to Sacred Traveler. What else does Pop want Lori to know today? Okay, here it is. Stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. And that's appearing what this person's doing. And of course, the Page is the more immature version of the Knight, which is the immature version of the Queen, which is the... I don't know. I don't really look at the King as a more powerful version of the Queen. I look at them as equals in different ways, if that makes sense. Like one's more divine masculine, one's more divine feminine. But this is kind of the lower octave. Like you're just starting to traverse in this direction. You are just starting to get your feet wet in a new endeavor, in a new creative project, in something that's new and exciting to you. And eventually you will be able to step into this more King of Wands energy, or Queen of Wands energy, surrounding whatever this thing is. And of course, knowing Pop, he's keeping this like a fun surprise. He doesn't want to spill all the beans on what this is. But I have a feeling it has to do with not this main message, but another thing. There is someone in your life, a family member, that we need to get some clarification on your relationship. Feeling it's one of the kids. We have here acceptance. Okay, so it says, when I get to know new people, I accept their actual traits rather than the ones I project on them. Same goes for not new people I already know. Acceptance is the delicate art that reminds us everyone is their own unique self, and we can't expect them to ever be anything but. Man, how do those snowflakes do it? So he's really showing me, like, each one of your kids couldn't really be more different than the other one. The one before them is, different from the one next, the one next, the one next. And he's also showing me 2 of the kids may have a very like-minded mentality in certain thing, and then 2 other kids may have a like-minded mentality in another thing. But it's like, this is from your perspective. You really are just accepting each and every one of them for who they are, what they believe that is like what you believe, what they believe that is opposite of what you believe, just loving and accepting them, because you're realizing that they are on their own journey in life. They are, learning things, learning lessons that your soul doesn't need to learn, and that's why they believe the way they believe and are doing things the way they're doing them. And we also have here the Page of Cups. So to me, this does represent one of the kids as well. It's interesting. You got two pages here, and these two couldn't be more different than each other in looks, in the way they dress, just in the way they show up in the world. So it's interesting. You may have almost like two kids coming to you. One's like, oh, this kid's so stupid. Why are they acting this way? And then this one's like, yeah, he or she shouldn't be doing that. Why is that person, two opposed, opposite views, and they're coming to you like blah 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 blah. Like that's almost what I see here. But it's like neither's right and neither is wrong. It's just they have opposing viewpoints or different viewpoints, and you in the middle are not sitting here having to make a decision or be a judge about anything. Oh, your sons. Okay, that makes sense. You're just accepting them both for who they are and letting each and the other know. I accept Robbie for who he is. I accept Nicholas for who he is. Robbie, you don't have to accept Nicholas, but I do. Nicholas, you don't have to accept Robbie, but I do. And just letting them know that as the mother, you are the one that, no matter what they do, say, feel, you're not going to love them any less because they are different than you or like you or whatever it is. And they're going to really respect that about you. That's what Pop wants you to know. And this could be something coming up. Some sort of family like disagreement, or maybe, I don't know, just one has a very different view than the other, even if they're not playing off each other. It's like the same day they both call you with the same issue, but like one has the opposite of like viewpoint than the other, something like that. And you're just right there in the middle, the hanged man, just seeing things from the totally different perspective. Look at that. That was a beautiful message. So this is just saying, stand your ground and accept each of them for who they are. Which you do. I think you do. That's just who you are. And he just wants you to know he loves that about you, and he wants you to do that, to be able to hold space for all of them. And there is this spirit deck that I have here, Messages from Heaven, I think it's called, or Talking to Heaven. Ooh, okay. There is no such thing as death. So Pop just wants you to know that, yes, there's no such thing as death. He's still with you, which we've already established. This is just a nice little confirmation of that fact. And he's wanting you to know he's going to be meeting you in your dreams very soon. You're going to have a dream about him. I know we discussed that you had a dream about him, but he's more just kind of like a background player. And it's interesting because now it's coming full circle. You had told me about how, other family members, like your generation and above, were like in the dream fighting or doing whatever it was, and then Pop's just kind of on the periphery, like, yeah, I'm here, but I'm not involved. Now I see that playing out in real life, but with the kids. And he's there, like, on the periphery, but, like, not trying to get involved, but he's there for support. Like, I see it playing out in life as well, but he will be in your dreams very soon. And now he's letting you know right now I'm standing right next to you. So you might get a chill or just feel his presence with you either right now or in the very, very, very near next couple of minutes. You're going to feel him with you or just know he's with you. That's beautiful. Wow. So powerful, Lori. I love that. Pop never disappoints, does he? Beautiful reading, Amanda. Thank you so much. I love how it all comes together. I love it. I love it so much. It's so special. But yes, so if there is some animosity amongst family members, just know that you can overcome that and just accept everyone for who they are. Whoa, my connection went for a second there. I apologize. Okay, so up next, Ethan has my list up here. We've got Katie R. and then Pika Lee. All right. So we'll take a couple more, and then I think we will do another free question mosh pit very, 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 very soon. So yes, Katie R. and then Pika Lee, and then I think we will do the mosh pit. That might be what we do. I'm cutting out again. I hope everyone can see me. Put like a 555 in the chat if you can see me. My internet and my browser has been crashing a lot lately. I don't know what it is. Craziness. Okay. So up next, Katie R. Living in my childhood home is the spirit of a young girl. My dad has actually seen her a few times over the years, and she's really spooked him. I would like to learn a little more about her. Oh, I love that. Okay, you guys can see me. Cool. Actually, my dog's down there hacking. I might just look over the balcony here and just see if he is okay. And yes, it's Walter. He was hacking for a long time. He's on antibiotics and is actually overcoming his issue. But I'm gonna just see if he needs to go out real quick. It won't take me but like 2 seconds. Yeah, it looks like they're okay. They're relaxing. So we're okay. Okay, so let's get into KDR's question about the young girl living in KDR's childhood home. Okay, let's tap into this. What's going on here? Where are we going, Spirit? Where are we going? Here we are. Okay, for KDR, the spirit of the young girl that lives in her childhood home. Let's find out what we need to know about her. Spirit, what do we need to know about this little girl? Okay, wow. So we have the Six of Wands here. So she was like the light of her family's life, I guess, or the apple of their eye. She was an only child for, while she was alive, she was an only child. She was very heavily doted on and taken care of and loved. And they're showing me she drowned, like in a pool or like a body of water. I don't know if there's a body of water in your town. Or if you had heard like a creek, like someone had drowned in a creek. It feels like natural water, like, so maybe not a pool, like natural water near the property or within like a couple mile radius of the property is where it actually happened. The family was just kind of sitting around on a picnic. There's a creek just down the road. I have chills. Holy cow. They're showing me like they went for a family picnic and like the mom and dad, like the dad had to go back to the car to get something. And this was like, they showed me like the 1930s, maybe the 20s, 30s, like very, very old looking car, maybe the 40s. Man, what am I saying? What are you trying to show me, Spirit? Yeah, so it's been like 30s, 20s, somewhere in there. They're showing me, yeah, earlier than the 40s. The dad had to go back up to the car to get something, and the mom was getting everything laid out for their picnic. And, you know, she kept telling the little girl, you know, just wait for us. And they're showing me she's like 6, 7, somewhere in there, like that age. They're like, just wait for us, just a second. And mom's getting everything lined out. And before, you know, the dad comes back down, like, where's the little girl? And the mom's just like, she was just right there. And they even had like a search party. Like they couldn't see her or find her right away because it's like, they're not showing me that the creek was like very, very rapid, but like for a 6-year-old, it was rapid enough to kind of carry her a little bit. And of course she, it's like they're showing me she went head first, like she had tripped over a rock, went head first. So she didn't even have time to react or come above water and scream for help because it wasn't like it was over her head even. But she had hit her head as she tripped and then the current kind of carried her down. So it's like they're not showing me that she had died, but like, okay, so like she had hit her head and was unconscious, but then drowned unconscious in the water. Like a 20s white dress he sees her in. So yeah, it could have been, wow, major chills around that era. But that actually is the home she lived in or her family had lived in. Either that home or now she's like pointing over like a couple houses down. But it's like distance. It's not like, oh, you built right on top of each other. Like it's down the road a ways from your house. But she always enjoys, because she doesn't just live in your house. She lives like, it might even be up to like a mile down the road, but it looks to me like it's on the same road, but just like a ways down. But she just likes kind of going down the line of houses and just checking in on people, plays tricks. She scares people. Very shallow creek, but there's a lot of long grass and roots in the creek. You can see how she could easily fall in. Yeah. And it's not like, wow, look at this. You know, like someone in a boat here, but they're showing me, you know, it's hard for her to move on because she feels guilty. Like her mom told her she needs to stay up here. She can't just be going in the water while the mom's getting everything set up. And she feels like she broke the rule and it's her fault she died, which, you know, technically it's her fault she died, but like no parent is going to hold that and be like, you know, don't come to the light because we're mad you died. Like, of course they want her to go to the light. But that's the reason she didn't go to the light, why she didn't, I guess, what's the word? Why she's scared to go to the light, even though her parents are in the light now. Obviously, it's been a long time. Yeah, but she will move on eventually. I think there is somebody. Okay, so they're showing me, Katie, you actually have the capability to do this. If you would like to try to do this, all you need to do, because she's what's considered an earthbound spirit, all you would need to do is when you're at your parents' home and you're visiting and you feel her presence, or maybe they're talking about her, you can just say all she needs to do, just say this out loud in a room where no one else is around if you feel kind of self-conscious about it. All she needs to do is go to a funeral home, because when there's a funeral taking place, because the light will be there. The light will be ready to take that soul, because many souls like to be around the family, during their, God, I can't, you know what I'm saying? During the funeral, people want to attend their own funeral, see who showed up, and be all nosy about, like, what are they saying, or who's crying, what's going on. Like, they want to know. So you can tell her out loud, say, little girl, she'll know you're talking to her. Just say, I can't see you. I don't know where you're at. I can feel you. I just want you to know, if you want to go to the light, your parents are there. They are not mad at you. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be scared. Just go down to the funeral home. When they have a funeral, the light will be available there for you. That's a guaranteed place where the light will be available, because you don't know, like, if someone passes away, like, down the road in a car accident or something, like, you don't know when that light's going to be available there. So tell her to get to the funeral home, that her parents are not mad, that she can go to the light. Her guides and angels can if you want to try even to open the light, bring the light in with your own guides and angels right there in that room, you can do that as well. And you can clear her from this world, because I feel she's getting very restless. She wants to do something new. The tricks are getting old for her now, and she's getting maybe even a little more, I won't say violent, but just, I guess, trickster like she's just over it. She just wants to move on. Look, she wants to move on. So they're showing me too, there is someone who actually is a psychic medium that kind of lives in this row of houses, and it's not just all on one side of the road, it's kind of both sides of the road. She just kind of meanders here and there, checking in on what's going on. But this actual psychic medium has such a force field around her home that the little girl can't get in anymore, and so she just kind of easily skips past that home. But I think this psychic medium that lives in the vicinity, actually, if she would step out of that protection she has set up, she could sense this little girl if she was around and send her to light. She has that capability. But you do too, Katie. Show me you can figure it out. Look up Mary Ann Winkowski. She has a channel here on YouTube. She's written books. She inspired that show on TV, The Ghost Whisperer. She does a weekly Wednesday morning show on her channel where you can ask questions. So that would be somewhere where you could go and ask questions. Let me type her name. Mary Ann Winkowski. Yes, The Ghost Whisperer was actually inspired by Mary Ann's life and who she is and what's going on with her. Yeah, but she's also got a very small YouTube channel and has a weekly show where you can go and ask questions and talk to her. It's so cool. So go check that out and maybe see if there's anything else you can do besides what we've picked up today. Wow, she must be the one banging the door upstairs. Yes, I think that's so. She likes to hang out upstairs. Like, she's showing me like an upstairs landing area where she likes to kind of stay central, because then she can see who's coming and going and what's going on. Yeah. That was such a good show. I've only seen a few episodes of it, but it's always been on my list to go back and watch a bunch of them. It was such a good show. I feel bad for the little girl. She's quite the little spook, though. She got right up in my dad's face one night and said hello. He about soiled himself. I love that. Yes, that would be pretty scary and intense. But yeah, you can send her. You can even tell your dad, because obviously he believes in her, because he's sharing this information with you that he saw her. You can even tell your dad that he can, if he believes that he can do this, he can probably even do the advice that I gave you. But, maybe make it a family affair where you all get together and say, okay, little girl, are you here? Of course, it won't work if she's like 4 houses down hanging out. But yeah, so that's interesting. You always have the coolest questions, KDR. I mean, I can go on for hours just answering your question. I don't know what it is about yours and my energy. It just aligns and I can just bring it through. I love that though. Oh, awesome. So Pika Lee, I think you are next, my dear. And then we're going to do the free question mosh pit. So if you are here to get your question answered for free, please stand by. Please hang out. Maybe refresh your beverage if you need to, but stand by because right after Pika Lee's question, we're going to be getting into a free question mosh pit. And then after that, we're going to get into Kat's question, then the junking data girl, then just Sandy, and then dear Ethan. Alrighty. Okay. Let me just make sure no one else has donated and we should be good to go. That's right, Pika Lee did donate for 2. So we're good to go on that. So number 1, does Spirit have any messages for me? I've been feeling very high vibes. Ooh, that is amazing. That's always good to know. Good to go. Okay, Pika Lee. Ooh, got some stuff coming in hot already. Okay, wow. So we have here Seeing Beyond with the number 36, which adds up to 9. You may have had a lot of weird little pulsing. We had talked about this, I think it was our first or second question answered today on the live stream. Same message I'm picking up for you, even though it's a different card, different deck and everything. But I'm seeing the fact that you really are bringing a lot of this clairvoyance online, claircognizance, clairsentience, clairaudience, just all that all the clairs are leveling up for you, Pika Lee. And you really are seeing through the illusion of things. With this a tall tale card here, the number 35 adds up to an 8. So this is you taking action. You are actually seeing, yes, with this third eye here, you are seeing beyond people's BS or their little white lies, or just you can feel, it's like your lie detector, BS detector is like full on and functioning. So no one can get away with anything from you. If someone tells you a little white lie, you can see through it instantly, especially now more than ever. It's really, really amping up for you. But that high vibe you've been feeling is just because you are having access. You've gained access to higher dimensional frequencies, higher dimensional consciousness, and it's really beautiful. You are so welcome, KDR. Absolutely. Okay, what else wants to come through? For Pika Lee, what else? And, you know, a lot of times with these major upgrades, I had planned to go live on Woo Woo Wednesday, but as many of you know, I did not actually end up going live because I had a huge migraine. I didn't actually say that, but many of you may have figured out, well, she's not going live because I didn't go live. But it was because I had a migraine going on. Because I could feel those upgrades just pulsing right on through. But look, as a result of this high vibrational energy, look what we have coming in. Happiness. There's some butterfly symbolism and a yellow canary or a yellow bird symbol as well. So those might be some symbols you can look into. I also am really honing in, of course, because it's like the center focal point of this here, this triangle. And we also have like, it looks to me like an orb, but it almost from farther away looks like a spiral. Like spirals might be very important to you right now. Drawing spirals might help you get more in, or kind of like you start like spiral, like you're drawing on a piece of paper, you just get it bigger, bigger, bigger. That can help you channel information as well. I think automatic writing, talent on the back of the deck, automatic writing might be something you have major access to because her hands are lit up. There is some activity going on with those hand chakras, which are also an extension of that heart chakra. If you look, distance-wise, it's pretty much that extension of that heart chakra. So your heart chakra is upgrading, your third eye chakra is upgrading, probably the crown chakra, those hand chakras you've got. They even just said armpit chakras. That's so funny. So I don't know if you've been sweating extra or had weird pain randomly, like in your armpits. Like, what? Why does my armpit hurt? Like, that's what they're showing me. Or maybe that's still coming up for you. I don't know if that's happened yet or what. Oh my God, I've been feeling immense happiness, and a white butterfly flew right in front of me as I was driving yesterday. Oh, that's so cute. And look, we have your finding. Like, you're finding just joy. You're finding happiness. You're finding your purpose. And there's yet another couple of butterflies hanging out right there as well. But look, she's hugging like up to that heart chakra. Like she's finding herself. She's finding missing pieces of herself that, weren't really missing. They were just maybe buried under a lot of programming, a lot of limiting beliefs that you have overcome. But look, you're getting better connection to your own spirit guides, your own intuition. This is really on point for you. What high vibe cards you got with your high vibe question? You've been carrying deodorant with you. That is hilarious. I pretty much should be with the amount of stuff I'm getting as well. On the back of the deck, look at that. And I just put this with the wrong deck. Look. I got these two decks out. Two totally different decks. See, and look what I pulled out of this one. As I'm trying to put this one in the wrong deck, this one kind of flops. Look at that. Psychic abilities. You really are seeing beyond. So look, both third eye symbols on these cards are just on point. And this is the card we actually pulled in that very first or second question we answered that I was like, very similar energy. But yes, Pika Lee, that's amazing. For question one, then the look on the back. Transformation with a big old butterfly. We're just gonna keep repeating ourselves if we keep going. So we might as well deck out now, but that was awesome. What a high vibe question, what a high vibe answer. On the back deck, we also got career. So good things happening in the career. Maybe that transformation is, you know, what you mentioned, that you were gonna be changing careers or changing directions or kind of deciding between two directions. You're getting some abundance coming in as well. All right, that was awesome. So for the second question, for Pika Lee, we've got any messages from Spirit regarding my love interests. Things are going well and just want to know if Spirit had any messages for me regarding this relationship. Okay, let's go over here to the Lightseer's Tarot. Pika Lee's love interest, anything Spirit wants her to know about this connection, about this relationship, anything that needs to be highlighted. Okay, so we have your Eight of Pentacles. So this is someone who's willing to put in the work, willing to put in the effort. And this to me feels like both of your energy. You're both willing to go the distance for this relationship and willing to take it into a long-term relationship. And it's interesting too, we've got all her little bits and bobs, things that she probably uses. To me, this almost feels like someone who's moving, someone who has all their stuff kind of lined up, ready to box it up and move it. This ultimately feels like maybe the two of you will be moving in together. I don't see this happening tomorrow or even at the end of the year, but like eventually I think this has the potential for long-term commitment where maybe you guys are moving in together. Abundance, and that was the card I got if I pursue the team lead position. Oh, that's right. Yes. Oh my goodness. So cool. Yes, I hope you're using your intuition to know where to go for that. But then we have the wheel here. So this is that new start. So this is just letting you know you're on a whole new like trajectory in your life as a result of like the day one of the start of this relationship. It's put you on a very lucky streak in your life. These dice to me really represent like rolling the dice and taking a chance and really lucking out and succeeding because look, she's on top of the world. She's not on the bottom of it. She's on top of it. She's on top of that wheel of fortune there. She is on top of things. So this relationship really did kind of trigger something like in your birth chart or in your incarnation, basically, that is putting you in alignment with what it is you're meant to do here. We also have the Magician card popping in. So this really resonates with what we were talking about with that last question, with all those spiritual gifts that are coming online for you. This is also helping you manifest the exact relationship that you're going to learn some amazing lessons and have some amazing blessings come into your life through this connection with this person. And they're really showing me like from the moment you met this person and then went on that first date and spent more time, it's like that is where you can point back to like see things are shifting for you with your spiritual up-leveling, with the relationship itself, with life in general. Things are just looking up since you met this person. It's really cool. It really did. It's just thrown me for a loop. I've never experienced anything like this before. Yes, it's so high vibe and just exciting. Of course, life isn't all peaches and rainbows and raisins, rainbows and butterflies. But it's those high moments that really kind of bridge the gap on those harder times. And this Ace of Pentacles here is representing that this relationship is something in it for the long term. As long as you guys do that Eight of Pentacles that you had on that other card before I put it away, where you're both putting in the work and the time and the effort into the relationship, it can only grow from here. It can only get better from here and continue to evolve and grow and be beautiful. The more you guys both put the work into it and the effort, and also Ace of Cups. So yes, this is that bit of beautiful new relationship that we're talking about here. This is just confirming, yes, this is what we're talking about. So yes, things are still going strong, going well. And that really, to me, that Ace of Cups, when you get it in the relationship reading, that you already are in the relationship, that just really tells me you're in the right relationship for you at this time. So you're on the right track, you're on the right path. So yay, good job. Good job, Pika Lee. You're doing it. You're doing the thing. So that's awesome. Thanks again for your lovely donations, Pika Lee. It's always a pleasure. So I think now, was it now? Yes, now we are going to be doing the free question mosh pit. So even if you've already had a question answered today, do not be shy. Step up to the plate. Take a chance today for Spirit to answer your question. Go ahead and post your question. Just one time will suffice, though. There's only 11 of us here with 22 likes on the video, so thank you so much for your likes. But there's only 11 of us, so we can easily see when you post. So go ahead and post your questions, and then I will ignore the chat for a moment so you guys can get your questions there. I'm gonna take a drink of water. I might actually go fill this because it's getting a little low, and I need to really get some hydration going for myself on these hot days here. So I will go fill this. I will see if the dogs want to go out. We'll take a little intermission. So go ahead and post your question, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back in action. Okay, so free question mosh pit. Okay, so we are going to angelic inspiration. My name is Sarah. I have been feeling led to start my own YouTube channel. Why does this feel so important? Spirit's saying, because it is important. It is important. Let's see why. Let's see why this is important, though. For Sarah, aka Angelic Inspiration. Angelic. I never know how to say that right. Angelic Inspiration. Why is she so led to start this YouTube channel? Okay, we have here feast. Slow down and celebrate yourself because you have something to say. There's something about your purpose that is wrapped up in getting your message out there to the people. There is this need to, like, I don't know what kind of channel you've been looking to create, but to me it feels like it would have a very nice aesthetic, or I'm not going to go out and say like beauty channel because I think it's so much more than that. It's like maybe if it is a channel where you're just wanting to really highlight beautiful things, or like if you are doing something like tarot cards or something like that, you want the table to look really pretty and inspiring, you know, stuff like that. But there may be a time for you coming up here, Angelic Inspiration. That was your name, right? We need to make sure. Yes. Make sure that you, before you jump right into this, just kind of take a little time out, do a little hermitude, as I call it here on my channel, like a solitude kind of hermit time, to go within and really discover what this channel will be about, what it means for you, why it's so important that you do this. You're going to discover through the meditation, through that introspection, you're going to understand or really tap into why is this what's so important to me. What else we have on this subject for angelic creation, starting a YouTube channel? Gold. You don't need someone else to fix you. So this really shows me the fact that you're maybe even overthinking this, like, okay, right out the gate, I have to have like Emmy quality content, or like, whatever those award shows are, like Academy Award winning content. No, Spirit's saying just start somewhere. And it's really highlighting the fact, I think it's in Japan, when something breaks, like a cup breaks, they put it back together with gold. And they don't just glue it back together and try to make it work. They put it back together with gold, so you can really highlight where the cracks were. So it's almost like you're able to take, the rougher parts of your life that you've been through and really inspire other people to overcome things that you've already been through. That's why your voice is so needed, I think. But you don't need someone else to tell you how to make your channel, what to talk about on your channel. It's like deep down, you already know exactly what you would do. And again, I'm really drawn to her decor here. Like you're wanting to make it so pretty and beautiful. Like I can feel the care and attention to detail you would put into it if that was the case for you. Oh, you have to go for a few minutes. So I'll post my question already. I was going to ask about a guy just went online. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can go ahead and post that question, Kat, and we'll get right into it here after Angelic Inspiration's question. So let's get one more for Angelic Inspiration. Why this YouTube channel seems so important. What is the purpose of this YouTube channel in Angelic Inspiration's life? Whoa, it is the right action. Look at that. It's a step in the right direction for you. So it says here, oh man, I'm going to butcher this. Aparigraha, I think, literally means let everything that wants to go, go, and everything that wants to come, come. So the fact that this YouTube channel wants to come into your life, allow it to come into your life. Just take action in the direction of starting this and making content for it. And then the audience will show up. There's no need for you to have to worry about the audience. On the back of the deck, we have the grief card. Tears are what happens when the ice melts in your heart. So the fact that Spirit was really highlighting those, pieces of you or parts of you that really went through something that now you have something to say about it. The grief that you've experienced in your life, Angelic Inspiration, that's going to help you put the love and care and attention and help others who have been through maybe similar, or at the very least a similar vibration of grief that have been through that. You're going to be able to show them the way out of that darker place in life is really what I see. So whatever it is, whatever kind of content or whatever is the channel that you're hoping to create is going to be something that inspires people. But look, Throne, your potential is endless. So you can only take this YouTube channel as far as you think you can take it, but just know you can take it so much farther than you believe you can take it. So yes, look into it, get it going, do some introspection, and get started on this, because this is something very important, and you may not even know the purpose of this channel until you're a few years into it, and maybe you've met a lot of beautiful like-minded people, or it's inspired something in you to where you're moving across the country, or you just never know. You just know when you know that, okay, this is a step I'm meant to take. You may not know why, but just know Spirit is letting you know it is the right action for you to take. And don't not take action in this direction, because this is something you're meant to experience. Okay, so I hope that resonated for you. Beautiful reading. I say go for it. It's important. Maybe you don't know why yet, but it will become apparent to you as you start the channel and start making content and putting yourself out there. It will become apparent to you. Okay. So Kat says, we are getting close pretty quick about the guy you met online. Okay, and we're time stamping at 2:27:51. Kat, 2 hours, 27 minutes, and 51 seconds. Okay. So, let's see. I have to go for a few minutes. Okay, I read that part. So, met online, we're getting close pretty quick. I feel like he might be a soulmate, maybe even the one, or soul family, but then again, I feel my intuition is telling me to not ask about this and just let it unravel on its own. Anyway, I guess my question is, what does Spirit or my spirit guides want me to know right now? Thank you so much in advance. Okay, let's just ask specifically about this connection. What does Spirit want to highlight about this connection for Kat and this other person who she feels may or may not be her soulmate? We'll just leave it open to interpretation from Spirit if you're meant to know. Okay, so we have here, release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So even if you don't have like a recent ex, this could just be unrequited love or crushes you had back in the day that you're still maybe working through some little traumas that those cause in your life, or just, heartache or heartbreak. You're working through that, and maybe a little small part of you is like, I don't want this to end before it begins. Maybe some small part of you is kind of concerned that, what if I ruin this? What if I mess this up? Don't worry. Just let it flow is really what they're showing me. And we have here also make the effort. So this is something worth putting your time and attention into for sure. So it says here, great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So using your intuition in the direction of this new love interest is going to be your key. So let's get a message from this person. If this person could tell you anything, what would it be? And we're talking from like a more soul perspective. So this soul perspective has like the overall, they know where this is going. They know where it's been. They know where it is right now kind of vibe. So what is your message from this person's kind of higher perspective? Come on, cards. These are the hardest cards to shuffle, you guys. Hardest. Okay. What do we got here? Okay. Oh, this is so cute. So we have here, manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Like I said, your intuition is going to be key. Oh, you are so welcome, Angelic Inspiration. Thank you so much for your question and your lovely energy here today. Thank you so much. We also have a message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. And again, even if you're not on the L word terms yet, this is that higher perspective, that more soul perspective of this person checking in with you and letting you know they love you, and that your dream is soon to become a reality. That maybe even if you're at a distance from this person, you're going to be able to meet this person sooner than you think. But you may, with this freedom card here, it says there's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So like I was saying, this could happen sooner than you think. You could actually meet this person sooner than you think. But there just may be distance or finances or just maybe even vulnerability that's maybe kind of in the way right now for this connection to actually become like, oh, let me actually hug you. But there is nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping you from this. And you are manifesting these miracles to be able to meet this person, to maybe even have a relationship with this person, because it is worth taking the effort you're guided to take. And this person does think very highly of you. So that is a given right there. So I hope that part resonated. I think I just want to get one from the love and relationship affirmators for you. Just any words of advice or wisdom from spirit surrounding this connection. I'll get these ones put away and I'll grab that deck. Okay. We're getting a lot of good, high vibe relationship questions. There's no red flags popping up anywhere, at least so far. But yeah, this feels very, very supportive. Like spirit is like green light, let's do this thing. Okay. We have here. We have something. We have two. We have listening and I'm a catch. So listening. I activate my receptive side and become an engaged, intuitive, professional grade listener. Supercharged listening gives me the ability to not only hear the words others are saying, but also to perceive the emotions hiding between their words. Armed with this knowledge, I'll be in a great position to give them exactly what they need, or if they prefer to dominate the planet. Cute. So you are really someone who is a great listener, and you listening, that like means the world to this person. Like they don't have a lot of people that just want to sit down and listen to them, whatever it is they want to share, their heart, their dreams, their problems, whatever it is. But you are a great listener, and this person does feel like they can trust you with what they say. And also, I'm a catch. So I'm a total catch, and I know all the reasons why. I know that anyone would be lucky to be with me, and that doesn't mean I'm arrogant or snobby. Self-respect is just one of the many qualities exhibited by this complete and utter babe. So this is just you, Kat. This is reminding you that you are a catch, that you deserve this person's love just as much as they deserve your love. Or, yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can be the listener, but this person's also going to be the listener. Like, they're going to listen to you, you're going to listen to them, and then on the back of the deck, we have harmony. So, like, you guys are working together for a common goal, which normally in a relationship would be the relationship itself. So I think you guys both have, you know, the desire to make this a long-term commitment. I'm actually going to get up and close this because the sun is almost on this side of the house, and it's going to get hot very soon if I don't. So let me go ahead. Let's have up. It's probably going to get dark in here for a moment. Turn the light up a bit. Okay, is that too bright? Yes, yes it is. Way too bright. Let's go back to reality there. Well, mood lighting. Yeah, we went from day to night, even though it's nowhere near night until almost 11 o'clock where I live. Okay, so that was Kat's reading. And, let's see. So yes, she may have had to step out for a moment, but I did timestamp that for her, so we have that going on for us. So the Junking Data Girl, you are next, and then Just Sandy. I hope you're still here for your reading as a thank you. The very least I can do is a thank you for sending me that beautiful Moldavite that I broke, and then the beautiful Agni Manatite, if I'm saying that right. Very appreciated, and thank you so much. And then Ethan, you are very appreciated as well. I mean, all of you are appreciated, obviously. All of you are appreciated. But Ethan, I also want to say thank you for all your help, my dear. So, thank you so much, Kat. I hope that resonated. And thanks again for your lovely donation. And the Junking Data Girl, aka Cha-Cha. I think she had maybe mentioned she wasn't going to be near her phone. So, I will get on that over here. So, it's Cha-Cha, the Junking Data Girl. I would like to know what I should prepare for in the next 3 weeks. Thank you. And I'm going to timestamp the Junking Data Girl with 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 23 seconds. Junking Data Girl's question. What was it again? Something about focus for the next 3 weeks. What should I prepare for in the next 3 weeks? Thank you. Okay. They showed me the back of the deck I need to choose, and it's this one right here. So what does Cha-Cha need to... I want to get your wording right. What should I prepare for in the next 3 weeks? Okay, what should Cha-Cha prepare for in the next 3 weeks? One coming out. We have here holiday. Well, obviously tomorrow is a holiday in the U.S. I'm not sure if Cha-Cha is in the U.S. or not, but here we have the answers you're looking for can be found during a vacation, retreat, or holiday getaway. So I don't know if you have a big plan for tomorrow if you are in the U.S. and celebrating the 4th at all, but you're going to get some clarity or kind of the Spirit's showing me like a roadmap, and then you're like knowing your next destination. So on that holiday tomorrow, maybe you're getting some clarity on where you're headed. What else can Cha-Cha do to prepare for the next 3 weeks? Anything Spirit wants to highlight for Cha-Cha over the next 3 weeks? These two want to come out. Okay, we have here spiritual teacher. Your life purpose involves teaching others about healing and spirituality. And again, even if you are not someone who is an actual spiritual healer, spiritual teacher, you can still inspire and teach and heal others just through your words, through your actions, through what it is you do for a living, or just in fun and just being around friends and family. But also admit your true feelings to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Only you know what it is that you truly desire. So I think some of this clarity you're gaining is going to be as a result of you just going within and just kind of maybe doing some thinking or meditating and just kind of thinking, what is it I want to have happen? Where is it my life is going? What is it I want to do with my time? Where are we going next? Over here. What else is highlighting for these next 3 weeks for Cha-Cha? What should she be prepared for? The Spirit's now showing me the dream I had last night, which is very weird and random. I had a dream that without even asking my husband, I just took on like a third child, like this little girl that needed a home. I'm like, oh yeah, we'll take her in. When basically our house is already too small for the 2 kids we do have. I don't know why that's relevant to your question, Cha-Cha, but Spirit is wanting me. They showed me my dream from last night for some reason, so I'm gonna say it. We also have here honoring your true feelings, and that is interesting because admit your feelings to yourself. So there's maybe a piece of yourself or a part of yourself that's not admitting the truth of a situation or a relationship or something going on in your life. It's almost like you're in denial about it, but you're facing it. Probably starting tomorrow, if you're in the US and the 4th is a holiday for you, probably after tomorrow, you're gaining clarity and you're realizing the truth of the situation. Maybe some new information is coming to light. Maybe you are just realizing this on your own. I really do feel like mostly you're realizing this on your own. Hello, Fairy Lily Tarot. Welcome. You really are. These 2 cards are basically the exact same thing. But here she is just kind of like touching her foot, kind of contemplating, meditating, maybe just grounding barefoot in nature. That might be a thing you can do. She's also grounding barefoot out in the water. She's grounding barefoot in nature as well. And she's barefoot kind of on a waterfall. And it looks to me like she's crocheting some sort of doily kind of thing there. So doing something creative, something you enjoy with your hands, like doing something out in nature even, that's going to be where you're going to get your clarity coming up, Cha-Cha. But what is this? What is this that we're gaining clarity for, Cha-Cha, in these next 3 weeks? Spirit's being very elusive with the what. They're telling us the how and the why, kind of, but not really the what. What is it? What is it that Cha-Cha is preparing for, or should she be prepared for in these next 3 weeks? Maybe the clarity itself is the message they're trying to give us. I don't know. Okay, we got 2 coming out here. We've got stargazing. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself very focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. So that clarity, you may be getting that not only out in nature, but like specifically at night. And it's interesting because right before your reading, we went from day to night in this room. Obviously, again, it's not daylight, or it's not nighttime out there, but it looks like it in this room. So maybe you're getting that clarity in the night hours by stargazing, getting out in nature in the evening. But this clarity you're seeking or looking for might have to do with a friendship, a friend in your life. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. And Spirit's like, yeah, I think we've said enough. They're not wanting to elaborate much more. Magic of nature. They're telling you to get your butt out in nature, Cha-Cha. There's something out in nature for you to behold. And there is a lot of purple and blue. Look at this. Purple and blue, 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 purple and blue. Every single card you have is purple and blue. Of course, there's other colors as well, but purple and blue. And let me reassure you, not all these cards are purple and blue in the decks I'm using here. Lots of other earthly colors involved. So I'm just proving there's lots of purple and blue, some green. Yeah, all your cards were purple and blue, which resonate with throat, third eye, and crown chakra. So like more spiritual realization, speaking your truth. Maybe you're needing to let a friend know something. Maybe you need to kind of speak up for yourself where a friend is concerned, or maybe a family member, but you're gaining the clarity you need in your life over these next 3 weeks. You're gonna know the road forward. Like I said, that road map, that road path, like the next destination on your map is being highlighted over these next 3 weeks. And I'm really seeing it's not even gonna take that long. It might be realized tomorrow. And it's interesting too, we had that Stargazer card and the holiday card, and tomorrow is a holiday where, you know, everyone's watching the sky. Isn't that interesting? Thank you, Spirit. So cool. I love that. All right, Cha-Cha, thanks again for your donation. So Sandy, are you here, my dear? You will have to let us know if you're here so I can do a reading for you. What do you want to know? Go ahead and post your question, or if you want a general read, whatever it is you want. Whatever Spirit thinks I need right now. Thank you. Thank you, Sandy, for letting me give you a reading. This makes me feel so happy because I was just elated that you sent me that. I still can't believe that you sent me that amazing gift. Thank you so much. Okay, what does Sandy need to know, Spirit? Anything Sandy needs to know right now. And then we're going to take Ethan's question, and then if we don't get any more donations between now and then, I'm going to wrap it up with one more free question mosh pit. I love it. He lives abroad. We actually live where I want to move to. Okay, there we go. And I'm saving to move, but should leave in September. That's interesting because in our personal reading that we did with you, like what, back in April, May, March, somewhere in there, didn't we tap into the fact that you were probably moving by May, and then like the time shifted, and I'm like, don't be discouraged because new factors are at play. Like, I think this is all making sense to me now. Like, I hate always giving people like differing like readings, like where the information's different, but like I think now I know why. I think you needed to meet this person to make this happen quicker. Oh my goodness, that's so cool. He's so sweet, supportive. We have great communication. I love that. I'm so happy for you. All right, Sandy, let's get into this. For Sandy, anything Spirit wants Sandy to know. Whoa, that is flying right out of here. King of Cups. So you really are coming into this. So the King of Cups is someone who's very on top of their emotions. They don't just make decisions based on emotion and get tossed to the waves of their emotion and do all these things. The King of Cups is very in tune with their emotions, They don't let the emotions control them. They more control the emotions and let the emotions speak to them. And it's 4:44 right as I'm reading this. And it's interesting because my angel chime broke at 5:55. The angel chime Moldavite you sent me, Sandy, broke at 5:55 p.m. almost 24 hours ago yesterday. So it's interesting. We got 555. Now we have 444 for you popping up. But this King of Cups is someone who's very tuned into their emotions. So there's something happening for you very soon, Sandy, where you're going to be able to tune into those emotions even more. And on the back of the deck here, we have the Eight of Cups, which is all about leaving a situation that is no longer emotionally fulfilling you. This could be coming to some sort of realization about a person in your life, or something that you thought would work out, like a situation, or like an idea that you had that you thought, okay, this will work, this will be really awesome, and then it just didn't really work out, and it kind of maybe had weighed a little bit on your heart. Like, man, I wish I could have made that happen, or why couldn't that person have, been a little bit different so that this could have worked out better? But you're walking away from that thing that is no longer emotionally fulfilling you, but it is ultimately going to be the best move for you. And here we have a fish here on the necklace there, and to me that's like Pisces energy. So I don't know if you, Sandy, are a Pisces or have Pisces in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, or the person involved is a Pisces. But water makes a lot of sense with all this water cups energy here. That would be Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer signs. I don't know how much into astrology you are, Sandy, but you might know basic stuff. I don't know. What else? What is this Sandy needs to know about this situation, this relationship, whatever it is she's walking away from? Okay, Five of Swords. So this is it's like a conflict energy as well. So there may have been some recent conflict, or maybe this is still ahead, which is interesting. I want to do something nice for you. Now I'm pointing out all this negativity, which Spirit's laughing at me now. They're like, we're getting to the point. So it's not all negative, Sandy, but whatever you've been through, they're showing me very clearly that this is maybe even present moment that you're feeling this, and in the past. This is not coming up ahead for you. This is something that's already on your mind, on your radar. Maybe you even have been having a lot of headaches, or just random people talking in your ear and like trying to tell you their side of things, and you're just done hearing it. You're just done. You're over it. Or very, very, very soon you're just over it. You're done. But a lot of these headaches you're getting are actually as a result of the energy. And I did a collective reading at the beginning of this where I was talking about these intense energies that are hitting the Earth. Just today, we had an X-class solar flare hit the Earth. We have not had one of those powerful of X-class flares. We've had a lot of M-class flares, but not any X-class flares in the last 4 years. So there's some intensity that is being shaken up from below the surface in everybody's life right now, especially where emotions and our mental, like our limiting beliefs and just thinking we're not good enough, or when is my shift going to come in kind of energy. We're working through these limiting beliefs right now. And Sandy, I think you're right on target with this. You're working through some limiting beliefs as well. Yes, because this is a death rebirth. And it's interesting because to me, angel number 555, which is when my Moldavite broke yesterday, that you sent me, that is a number of intense change. Lots of big changes coming into your life. Changes aren't always easy, but they are for our highest growth. To me, this is more of a rebirth energy. No one's dying in your life, Sandy. Don't worry about that. This is just old energy becoming something new. What you're leaving behind now makes room for something new and beautiful to come in. A rebirth, a new beginning, something new, something that's exciting, something you can really sink your teeth into and be really excited and passionate about. We have here the Knight of Wands, which again is a very passionate, fiery, driven, ambitious kind of energy, but sometimes they move in just a little too fast. They don't I just heard putting the cart before the horse. So it's like, if you get a really good idea, don't just go telling everybody. Don't go telling everybody your good idea quite yet. Really ruminate on it and kind of make a plan about it before you let a bunch of people know. You may even hear a lot of like annoying bird sounds. They're showing me like maybe you wake up really, really early to the birds. It's like, you're just too loud. It's just too early. I'm trying to sleep, birds. Come on now. But they're really trying to get your attention for something, Sandy. Let's leave this on a better note than just all this transformation and change for Sandy. Let's get her something good, Spirit. Come on. What is all this transformation and change leading up to for Sandy? She's such an amazing person. Yes, empowerment. And I love that this is coming out right after this Knight of Wands. This is a pretty empowered knight. He knows he's the ish, and he's gonna, just rush in and charm the ladies, so to speak. So this is your energy. Like maybe you are, really coming into realizing that you do have a lot to offer, special lady out there, and maybe that just lack of that love in your life has really been weighing on you, and maybe that's what we've been, really tapping into here is, there's not that emotionally fulfilling relationship in your life that you're desperately craving or deserve. I mean, you do deserve it. You absolutely do deserve it. It's just, does the person that's trying to hook up with you or link up with you deserve you? Let's see. What else the spirit wants Sandy to know. Dreams. Okay, so you may be having a lot of intense dreams, or the answer to your problems will show up to you in a dream. Maybe you're dreaming about birds, because we were talking about birds and just wanting to try to sleep, and there's birds. Like, I don't know, maybe that's what you're dreaming about. Even if you have trouble remembering your dreams, or you remember maybe pieces of a dream but don't really remember all of it. Oh, thank you so much for your donation, Noah. We will get you on the list. Thank you. Even if you don't remember it, just know that it's still in there somewhere. The Akashic records have it on file. Your subconscious mind has it on file. So there's nothing you need to worry about. There's more transformation for you. There's that 555 coming in again. Transformation is at hand for you. That is that death and rebirth energy, that transformation. But, a lot of times we have to go through, and this to me though, Sandy, this doesn't feel like some crazy thing coming out of nowhere. This is something that's already been in your awareness, something you've known you needed to change about your life. It might even have to do with your health, your emotional wellness, your physical wellness. There's some change you're making that is really going to transform your life for the better, where you're feeling more energetic and more excited about life. But there's blessings coming, big blessings coming for you. And we see some commitment. So either a friendship, a love interest, something like that is coming in for you. And look, also some good luck. So it's not all crazy transformation, change, and leaving behind old emotionally unfulfilling relationships and things. No, there's good stuff here as well, and manifestation. This is you taking the reins of your own life and creating the life you want by being the best version of yourself that you know how to be. But a lot of times, that chrysalis energy, that the caterpillar goes into the chrysalis, it is not easy. It's not fun. But when you come out, you're something completely transformed and new and different. I mean, you're still you, obviously, but you're a better version of your highest potential is really what I see, Sandy. So that's awesome. And the answers you need about life, about things, the answers you need are coming. So the answers you need are coming. If there was some specific thing you're just kind of in a mystery about, kind of like a head scratcher, you're getting the information you need about something very, very soon. You're going to be able to do it. I just heard you're going to be able to do what it is you're setting out to do. Even if that's something you didn't tell anyone about, like an idea or a wish you had but you didn't tell anybody, you're going to be able to make it happen. Sandy's making her wish, and then she's making it happen. I love that. All right, Sandy, thanks again for your awesomeness and for sending me those 2 amazing stones. They really are going to help me transform areas of my life that I know I need to get a handle on, which first and foremost for me is my organization and just purging things around my home. Like, it's so out of control with just how busy I was leading up to summer and having the kids in baseball, and now the kids are home all day in summer, and I have 2 boys, and they're both growing, obviously, and they just want to eat all day. So it's like I'm in the kitchen making dog food. I'm in the kitchen making snacks and treats, and all 3 meals. Plus, it's like they eat 6 meals a day. Like, they're so hungry all the time. It's so interesting how that is. But I feel so overwhelmed that I know my transformation, and maybe some of what like the properties that I looked into for this Agni Manatite that you sent me. They really do help you step into your personal power, and the things that you already know you want to do, you just can't get there. It helps you get there. So yay, thank you, Sandy. You're gonna help me get there. You're gonna help me get my life in order. I appreciate that so much. You are a doll, pretty princess, my dear Sandy. I love you so much. Thanks again for all of your lovely donations, and of course the gift you sent me. I appreciate all of it, and just your amazing energy. You are so welcome, Sandy, and thank you once again. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, so up next we got Ethan, and then I think we're rounding out with Noah. Oh no, we have Brianna. No, it's Brianna, right? Yes, Brianna ×2. I did not see that until I looked at Ethan's list. I love you too. Oh, thank you, Sandy. You are the sweetest, sweetest, sweetest. Okay, so I lied. The list is a little different. So let's see. Let me check Ethan's list. We've got Brianna Shepherd. Go ahead and post your 2 questions. We'll get into that. Then we've got Noah, and then Ethan. Ethan's putting his name at the end, so we will save it for the end. You know, Ethan must know a thing or two about this channel, because when you're the last 1 or 2 people read, spirit goes in. Spirit really goes in. So yay, I'm excited for that. Okay, so Brianna. We are doing, so what I do here, we kind of have a random free question mosh pit, Mary. I'm going to wrap up these last couple donations, and then before we totally check out of here, I'm going to do one more random free question. But if you want a guaranteed question answer today, you can always send a donation, and all of your lovely donations go to help my mom, whose house burned down in July of 2019, and she's still living in a little camper, so all of your donations go to help furnish her new home. Whenever, God willing, that home gets built, it's still going to be a ways away because the lumber prices have skyrocketed in 2021. But we are just shy of 11 days away from the 2-year anniversary of that house fire. So it's actually coming in strong. Like, the emotions are coming back and everything. If you guys ever want to see, those of you who are new, if you ever want to see what all went into the house fire, I actually have a 3-part docuseries linked down in the description, where we go through my mom's house and you can see what it looks like inside, and then we had to tear everything down and see if there's anything salvageable, all of that. If you guys ever want to check that out, I have a 3-part series linked in the description. You can check that out to see where your donations are going. So thank you so much for all of that. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. All right, Brianna has her first question out. I want to know if Rico truly wants commitment with me. All right, let's go to the angel answers to get us started for Brianna's first question. Does Rico truly want commitment with Brianna? Okay. What we got here? Well, we have no. And Spirit was already stepping in to try to, if it was a yes, they're but. Or if it was a no, but. It's almost like he went into this really thinking, oh, this will just be a fun time. But it's like he didn't realize, partway in, that he would catch feelings. It's just not the right time as far as him even realizing. Maybe he thinks he's just having a good time right now, and maybe you are also having a good time right now. But as far as he knows in this moment, he doesn't have this, I guess, awareness of long-term commitment. Because it's not the right time for him to know that yet. But Spirit's kind of saying, but I think along the way, he's catching feelings that he did not anticipate to catch. And it's going to keep him in there in the longer haul than he anticipated. So let's just see if there is long-term commitment with this. Or what does this mean? What does Spirit want us to know about this? Connection with Rico and Brianna. So he may even eventually admit to you, going into this, I was just going to have a good time, just, spend some time with you, hang out. But, I had no, intention to make this a thing, but it became a thing. You might actually hear him say those words someday. Because this is soulmate energy. So sometimes one soulmate, which would be you in this case, knows way ahead of the other one that this is meant to be, this is something beautiful, this is a connection that is meant to be, meant to last, or at the very least meant to learn lessons from. But it says, yes, this is your soulmate. So this is one of your soulmates. This is someone you have a soulmate connection with. You've been in past lives with. And, he mentioned that recently. Okay. So this could just be, if he has already mentioned this to you, then this lets you know, at least going into this, he had no intention to commit to you fully. But I think things have already shifted. I mean, look at the connection between these two. I can get it. There we go. Look at the connection there. That's undeniable. That's not some guy that can just walk away from this yeah, it doesn't matter. No, he's already invested. He's already, you've already got him hooked. Let's just put it that way. So what else? What else does Brianna need to know about this connection? Okay, yes, this is worth waiting for. But remember, it said here, it's not the right time for him to just full on be committed, ready to get down on one knee kind of vibe. He's not there yet. But that's not to say he's not worth waiting for, that he won't eventually be in that mode, if that is what you're wanting from this. Yeah, right. It shifted. Just want to know if it's genuine. Yeah, I think it is definitely genuine. What he tells you, he's not playing you. When he at times is like, yeah, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends, or he's truthful about where he wants to spend his energy and his time and his effort. And if that in the moment doesn't include you, he's gonna be very happy to let you know that. Like, he's totally fine with it. But there's just something about you he can't just walk away from, for sure. But he's definitely gonna come around to where he is definitely just as committed as you, if that makes sense. Let's go to the tarot and just get any additional guidance or clarifiers on what we already have here. Woo. Yeah, so we have here the Ten of Swords. So to me, this feels like this is his energy, where he may have been through some stuff where, he had been burned in the past. So it's like, I'm going to leave them before they leave me, or I'm just going to go into this and without my heart involved. And even though that was maybe his intention with you, it didn't happen, because there were ladies in the past that really put him through some stuff, like mental head games and like even control issues, like codependent relationships and situations that he had been through in the past, that he is just not here for the games, not here for the games at all. And if that's something you want to offer him or try to play, he's not here for it, which I don't get that vibe from you. But in the past, that's what he's dealing with. And he is just like, I'm going to duck out before these games even begin. But he's not getting that vibe from you. So it's almost confusing to him. It's like, well, where are the games? I thought you were going to play games, and I was going to be the one to, like, trump you before you even get started on your games. But there's no games. What else do we need to know? Yes, okay. I like this. I like this a lot, because this is that slow and steady, but yet secure energy. So this is something, even if you are physically taking it very fast, as far as a stable connection that this is my boyfriend, this is my fiance, this is my husband, this is my whatever labels you want to put on it, that part of it will come a lot slower than maybe you would like, but it's to keep him coming along and keep him on board, because you're basically going along his timeline and when he's ready for things, because I think you're going to be ready to take things to new levels way before he is at times. But remember, worth waiting for. He's offering a stable foundation along the way. I mean, it's not there yet. I mean, it's like one part of the foundation has been started to be poured. Like, this is a long-term thing, though. This really does lend to the fact that this is a long-term commitment for sure. And also the Three of Pentacles. This is all about collaboration, coming together. Maybe not even, or maybe even working together is really what I'm seeing. Like, I don't know if you met this person at work or through your job or through their job. Like, maybe there's something between the two of you that you can create together. Could even be a child eventually, if that's what you would like. But there is this collaborative effort to make this relationship work. Again, it might just be a very slow and steady kind of pace, because this is the slowest night of all, that earth energy, that Knight of Pentacles. But yeah, I hope that resonated for you. What's you got saying here? Okay, we got, hopefully he's not having options, but I don't know. Let's just ask. You mean options like other people? Oh, you are pregnant by him now. Well, there you go. You're collaborative. Again, it just may not be till the birth of that child till he finally realizes, oh wow, this is real. This is happening. This is a commitment. And it's not like those past ladies that put him through something. Well, that really shifts the paradigm here, the children involved. But let's just see his other options. Like, is he playing other options? We know you're not the one playing games. Let's just see if he's playing any games. What's going on with that? No, he's not. Even if he does have other options or other people interested in him, he knows. I think he deep down, I don't know, did he not grow up with his own father or a good father figure? Because what I see with this is the fact that he wants to be better than what he had as a father. He wants to be present in his child's life. He wants to be that warrior to bring home the bacon and create a stable, secure foundation and future for his family. That's what he ultimately wants. He still may have some immature tendencies to where it takes him some time to figure out how to quite do that, because I don't think he had a good example of how to actually do that growing up. So it might be a little bit of trial and error. Yeah, his father isn't emotional. Yeah, there was like this emotional disconnection with a father figure. Is really what it's picking up on. And he doesn't want that to be the case with his baby. He wants his baby to hug and kiss him and tell him how the baby feels, or him tell the baby how he feels, and like have an emotional bond. Like he wants that more than what he's telling you, or even has maybe even told you. He wants that happily ever after, that 10 of Cups, that emotional fulfillment, the family, the finances. He wants it all. And I think part of him does know he's going to get that with you, but he just needs to work through some of his old ish before he can be 100% there. And I think when that baby is born, that's going to be like a trigger or like a light switch that's really going to flip him into, okay, this is real, this is worthwhile, it's go time. Let's make a commitment here. He's really going to step up to the plate at that point for sure. Because especially if this is his first child, it just may not feel real to him yet. Even if you are growing and expanding in the womb area, it still just may not feel real to him yet. But it will be real when that baby's in his arms, okay? It will. And he will understand what it is he's created here as a family. And he doesn't want to be the one to break that family. He wants to step up and be the man he knows he can be. So I hope that resonated. Beautiful. He's just coming around. So if he's not younger than you, he's just got a younger soul is really what I'm picking up. Because Spirit's almost like trying to show me like he seems older than you, like year-wise, but like soul-wise, you're so much older than him, and more mature than him. But he's coming around. He will figure it out. So he is worth waiting for. And it is a soulmate connection. So you got this, girl. And congrats on the little baby. That's so amazing. Beautiful. Thanks again for that donation. So we get into your second question, Brianna. I don't remember if you posted your second question as well or just the first, but yeah, you can go ahead and post your second question. Okay. I want to know when I will get financially stable. Okay. So, Spirit's been really weird, at least for me, with timelines lately, because timelines that I'm giving people are either way off or way earlier or way later. Like, things are happening because so many different timelines are collapsing and things are just shaking up. Like, the energy on this planet is shaking up. There is like a split between like the old version of Earth and the new version of Earth, the 3D and the 5D. And those on a more 5D track, it's like things can happen much quicker. But of course, many of us, even those light workers, earth angels, like light workers, star seeds, earth angels, people that identify as an old soul, even us, even we, spend a great amount of time in 3D just trying to, keep our physical vessel healthy and dealing with people in our lives and doing our jobs and our work and cleaning the house and, just doing the things we need to do to keep life going. And so it can be a struggle. It can be hard. So I always say here now, take the timelines with a very, very thin grain of salt. Let's just find out when Brianna will be financially stable. We've got here 3 weeks, 3 months, maybe even 3 years. I'm really seeing that ultimately this is like a year's long timeline. So like 3 years, you're going to feel so much more financially stable. But I think within 3 months, there's going to be something coming in, some sort of payment or stimulus kind of thing. I don't think it's coming from the government, but like it stimulates your bank account, so to speak, where you're getting money or gifts from people to help you out in some way in about 3 months from now. Between now and 3 months, I would say, but at the longest, about 3 months, but then 3 years ultimately. But let's just get a card or two on your financial stability for Brianna. Oh, thank you so much, Pika Lee. Pika Lee has donated for Vidhi Sharma. If I'm not mispronouncing that, I hope I'm not mispronouncing that. Thank you so much for that, Pika Lee. You are so sweet. Look at everyone here taking care of each other. So we will get you on the list there, Vidhi. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. I do apologize if I'm butchering it. For Brianna, getting financially stable. Okay, so we have here, bless your heart. So reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart with the ruby. And we also have jade, wellness. The recovery of health and wellness is here. So it really does feel to me that your financial security and stability is really tied to like the financial wealth or health of your body. It's like as within, so without. So the better care you can take of your physical body, it's like you're going to see that reflected out in your finances being more stable. So when your health and body and wellness are very stable, you're going to see that reflected as your finances, your security with your life, very stable as well. But there may be some heart chakra energy with this bless your heart here, some heart chakra meditations or like heart chakra upgrades that you're receiving, or you're purposely doing meditations to upgrade or heal from things from the past that really like that energy that's kind of like stuck in the heart chakra that you are releasing, and making room for more abundance to come in your life as a result of doing that inner work, that healing, releasing the past. It's all coming together to help you have a more financial security. But stay strong in your faith. So it says here, a positive outcome is dependent on you keeping a positive mindset. So keep yourself very positive, not that toxic positivity, like where you're like, oh, everything's taken care of, I don't need to worry about doing anything. No, you're still taking action to make, your dreams a reality, so to speak. But on the back of the deck, you also have stress reduction. So make sure, as a result of having that positive mindset, that you're not allowing stress to weigh you down. It says here, de-stress your mind and body and schedule as you need. Schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. I think especially while you are growing another human in your body, it's a time of just resting and replenishing your physical vessel. And once that baby's born and you got your body back to yourself, you can really focus on your own wellness. I mean, I'm sure you're focusing on your wellness, just the fact that you're pregnant. A lot of pregnant ladies do focus on their own wellness during that time. But I love on the back of the deck is wrapping this up, the diamond card. Value your self-worth. To realize that your financial abundance is not a reflection of how valuable you are. It says here, you are God's precious gem. So reminding yourself that you are a limitless being, you are priceless. You yourself are priceless. So there's no amount of money that could be enough to like cover how amazing you are. But it is part of your life lesson too. As I'm putting this back, this one flopped out with the peridot. It says, you can break free from recurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and the blessing they contain. So this kind of lack of financial abundance and lack of financial security is teaching you a lot of things about your self-worth. It's one of the big soul lessons you're here to learn, I think, Brianna. So I hope that resonated, but within 3 months, you're going to be getting a little help from someone, somehow, somewhere. Could even be your own efforts that you put in that you're now reaping benefit from. And then 3 years from now, you're going to look back and say, wow, I've really overcame a lot of my financial obstacles. So that's grain of salt little timelines I'm giving you today. So I hope that resonated for you, dear. And thanks again for your lovely donation. And thanks again for hanging out with us. It's always a pleasure to see you here. So up next, we've got Noah. And then we've got Vidhi, Sharma, and then Ethan. And I think that's going to be all the donations we have time for, but I'm also going to do one more free question mosh pit because I've been live 3 hours, 12 minutes, 24, 25, 26 seconds. I'm starting to get that little pull at the back of my, they call it the mouth of God chakra, right about here. This starts getting a little tight, and then it starts getting pain. And that lets me know that I've been connected long enough and I need to go ground and eat and take care of myself so I don't totally tax my system out. So I'm feeling the pull today. It's just starting. So we're going to get through these last few in no time and just fine. So I just want to let you guys know that's, I would be here all day if my physical body could handle the amount of energy running through me. But I can't always do that. So Noah, my friend, you are next, and then Vidhi, Sharma, and then Ethan. And then the free question mosh pit will round us out for the rest of today's live stream. I just want to say, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. I always love to hang out with you guys. And thanks for all your likes. All of your likes do help get us to that 1,000 subscriber mark on this channel a little bit quicker. so that we can then start accepting super chats again. I know that PayPal isn't an option for everybody, and certain people are waiting very, very patiently to get the super chats going again. But it's coming. It's coming soon. Coming soon. I think we're like at 509 or 510 subscribers. But it's interesting because last Saturday I had the 500 subscriber special. And it was interesting because the day after the 500 subscriber special, I was down to like 497 subscribers, like 3 people unsubscribed. Like, oh, I'm going to show her 500 subscriber special, unsubscribe. I laughed. I was laughing so hard. I'm like, I'm a fraud. Like saying here, advertising, I hit 500 subscribers. But when I did do the live stream, I was at 502 subscribers. So I wasn't lying when it happened. But now I'm not a liar anymore because it's back over 500. So funny. Okay, so Noah, are you still here? Otherwise, we will still do your question, but I'm gonna skip to Vidhi Sharma. Go ahead and post your question, and we will do that. And then when Noah comes back, we will get into their question. Unless Noah posted the question over here, and okay, I have the question, but I don't know. Did Noah have to check out? Does anyone know? Oh, you're still here, Noah. Cool. So I have your question, so I will answer that, and then we will do Vidhi Sharma. But Vidhi Sharma, you can go ahead and post your question, and we'll get into it right after Noah's. So, will I ever be satisfied with my passion project? Okay. Is anyone ever satisfied with any project they do? Like 100%, a million, trillion% satisfied? I would say probably the answer is no. But I see you being decently satisfied with what's going on with it. Ultimately, you're going to be very happy with the outcome. Yeah, you were confused why it was less after the live stream. I know. I lost 2 during the live stream that put me, or I lost 3 during the live stream that then put me down to like 499, and then the next morning it was like down to 497. I'm like, oh wow, it's really going down. But you know, sometimes it'll pop up on someone's feed and they're like, I don't really want to subscribe to this anymore, so they'll unsubscribe from there, which you know is totally cool. We're here for it, whatever. Okay, for Noah's question: will Noah ever be satisfied with his passion project? All right, we have here meditation brings answers. So again, they're going to be very wishy-washy with the answer, but to me, it feels like you're going to be as satisfied as you can be with it. I mean, you looking back on once it's completed, whatever it is, once it's completed, you're gonna see a couple things you wished you could have tweaked or done differently or whatever it is. But ultimately, you're like, wow, it really did come out better than I thought it would with circumstances, with the resources, with the knowledge you had at the time. It's coming out better. But again, ultimately, you're not going to be 100% perfect, signed off, dotted on the line. No project. I talk to a lot or know a lot of authors, and none of them have put out what they consider a perfect book. I talk to a lot and know of a lot of artists, and a lot of them don't consider that any piece they've ever done was perfect, or they're 100% satisfied with it. There's always, after the fact, looking back, things you would change about it if you could. But again, it's out there, so you can't do it. But ultimately, you're pretty dang satisfied with what you got going on. You're pretty dang satisfied with it, which in this reality is pretty dang good. Let's just see any other words of advice Spirit has from the Green Witch Oracle for Noah's question. Whoa, that one really flopped out. Yes, there's that duality. We've got the banana with duality. Look at that. So maybe one day you're like, yes, this is so great. I can't believe it's so good. And then the very next day you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I missed this part, or that part sucks. Like I should have done this better, or should have done this different. Like you're going to go back and forth. Like one day you're like, yes, it's actually pretty close to perfect. And then like 3 days later, a week later, you're like, I could have changed this a little bit. But artist vibes, right? You know, anyone creating anything vibes, right? So there will be this back and forth in your own head. Like one day it's great, one day it's not great. But ultimately, you're very, very pleased with your results and your outcome. Let's just get a word of advice surrounding this passion project and, leading you to that satisfaction, Noah. How can Noah be satisfied with his passion project? Any advice from Spirit? We have here the knower that knows. So it says there's a knower within you who always knows what to do, where to go, and with whom to connect. The evidence of being attuned to this voice is that you are flooded with peace, ease, grace, and electric vitality. Amplify the voice of the knower by acting on its wisdom. So this idea for this passion project that you have, it to me feels like it was divinely guided, divinely inspired. This was something you were meant to create. Part of your purpose in coming down here was to create this thing, whatever it is. You created it because it was part of your passion and your desire. But it is ultimately, that knower that knows, that's that intuition, trusting that intuition. And you also have the trust card. So trust your feelings and dreams to guide your career path. Trust that this project was meant to be, and exactly the way it is when you release it or have released it, it was exactly as it needed to be. Even if it was perfectly imperfect, it was exactly what it needed to be in this world. Also, we have your time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. So if there are still kind of back and forth that you're going through with this passion project, again, trusting your intuition is going to be the key to help guide you in the direction of where you're going next with it. But if this is something very near completion, because we did have here the 27, which adds up to 9, which is a number of completions. So you may be already completed or very near completing this thing. Or maybe you've been at that completion for a while but just haven't kind of like signed off on it yet. I don't know what they're really showing me here. But you're gonna be decently, pleasantly happy with it. But then what fell to the ground, let me grab it. We've got the study card. So reading, research, and education help you gain confidence and clarity about your career. So maybe after you release this passion project, you're studying and learning more about whatever medium. We got writing here. Maybe if you're writing a book, which that they're showing me that's really not what's going on here. I don't know. But say for your example, you're writing a book. You may then study and learn more about the craft of writing and ways of things to, tropes and things to avoid while writing that maybe you had included in your passion project of your book that you were writing. But then that doesn't mean that, that book you wrote is disgusting and it needs to leave and you need to, whatever. It just means you can do a new project. You can take what you've learned about your passion project and create another passion project and another, if that makes sense. So I hope that resonated for you, Noah. Have to let us know. Let us know how that resonated. But thank you again for your donation. I hope that brought you some clarity. I think ultimately you'll be as satisfied as one can be on any given project. You will be that satisfied. So 10 out of 10. You are so welcome. So welcome, Noah. Thank you so much for your donation and for hanging out with us today. But yes, keep going. Whatever it is, keep going. Okay, so up next we have Vidhi Sharma. So go ahead and post your question, unless you already did. Maybe you already did. I want to know that will I be a famous and successful fashion blogger and influencer? Okay, let's find out for Vidhi Sharma. And okay, Spirit's already like successful. Success is in quotes. Like, what does success mean to you? It might mean different to someone else. But as far as what it means to you, I think you're going to feel decently successful is really what they're already showing me. It is going to be an opportunity for you to create abundance in your life at the very least, or create some sort of opportunity, or there's going to be an opportunity where you're getting in at the right time to where you're going to be able to make your dreams happen. You're going to be able to make it happen. It says here, don't stop. So even if it takes a little longer than you're hoping, you're going to be able to create something that you can look back and be proud of later on in your life. This is some sort of legacy. You're getting like a community. You're gaining a community by being that fashion blogger and influencer. You're gaining people who really look up to you, who are inspired by you. You're creating some sort of community around what it is you're creating, and it's going to make you feel very, very emotionally fulfilled. It's something very good. But be assertive. So don't be afraid or back down from this dream. There's a reason you have this dream in your heart. So be assertive. Take action in this direction. Don't stop. That's what Spirit really wants you to know, because there is an opportunity for you to create abundance. I mean, look at all those coins raining down. There is an opportunity for you to create abundance in your life through the idea of fashion blogging and being an influencer. All right, let's get another word of guidance from the Moonology for Vidhi Sharma. Becoming successful, again, success, whatever that means to you, fashion blogger and influencer. Any guidance, Spirit? Okay, yes, a new start is coming. So what is said in that card, don't stop. There is a new start available to you with the new moon. And we actually have a new moon coming up. I think it's on the 10th of July, maybe the 9th of July. Look into when the next new moon is, and maybe even look into whether you follow Vedic astrology or Western astrology, whichever astrology you resonate with. Look up where your moon sign is if you don't know. This can be very important. Look up where your moon sign is. Look up where your placements are, which house this is going to be occurring for you, this next new moon. And then use this next new moon as an opportunity to put that intention out to the universe. Western, I'm a Gemini moon. Cool, I'm a Gemini moon too. And I think, per Vedic astrology, this next new moon is actually happening in the sign of Gemini. But in Western astrology, I think it's in the sign of Cancer. So wherever Cancer falls in your chart, if you're following Western astrology, that's going to be a house that's really highlighted over this next new moon. But putting your intentions during this next new moon is really going to help you. And you also have meditate and contemplate. So go into meditation, contemplate what this means to you, send that message out to the universe that you're ready to take steps in this direction. And then the universe will send you those opportunities to actually take steps. Oh, Taurus, maybe it is. I don't remember. Oh, your Taurus moon in Vedic. Oh, that's cool. That's an exalted moon sign in Vedic astrology. That's cool. Yeah, I'm a Cancer moon per Western, and then a Gemini per Vedic astrology. And then I have my moon in Taurus in my Navamsha chart, which is the chart after you get married or later in life in Vedic astrology. That's one thing I love about Vedic astrology. It shows you lots of different charts about your life. Yeah, your moon is in Taurus. That's cool. Yeah, that's a really great place for the moon. It's the exalted position of the moon in astrology. So that's really cool. So yes, interested in astrology and occult sciences, that's cool. Well, keep looking into that. Maybe doing some studying, that card that Noah got earlier, studying about things that you can learn a lot about yourself and what you're doing, but studying about maybe even incorporating astrology into your fashion blogging. There is a person, influencer, YouTuber called Velvet Cat Tarot and Art and Tarot. I think Velvet Cat Art and Tarot. She's a tarot reader and also an art and fashion illustrator, or fashion illustrator, I guess you would say. She's got a YouTube channel and an Instagram, and she's awesome. So she's incorporating her love of the occult and astrology into her designs. So maybe that's something you could do. You wanted to learn tarot and stuff, but I'm focused on studies right now. Yes, keep focusing on what you know is best for you in the time. But I think you can make this happen. At least you're getting success, whatever that means to you. So thank you so much for hanging out with us, Vidhi Sharma. And it was a pleasure for me to be able to read this. And thanks again, Pika Lee, for donating for that awesome, awesome question for the awesome, amazing Vidhi Sharma. Thank you so much, both of you. Alrighty, so we've got Ethan, I think, is our last donation, and by donation I mean I'm gifting that to Ethan for being such a lovely presence here on the channel and helping me keep the list all the time. So dear Ethan, go ahead and post your question, and then after Ethan's question we're going to do one big wrap up with one more free question mosh pit, and I will intuitively select one of those questions at that time. So hold your questions for just a moment. Velvet Cat is adorable. I just adore her. And she comes to my channel quite often. Well, not this channel, but my main channel. Wow, I have a major ringing in my left ear over here. Slowly going away. Slowly going away. Yes, she's on my channel. She'll leave comments on my channel once in a while, but she's so cool, and she does some amazing illustrating and pick-a-cards readings on her own channel. It's really fun. Okay. Okay, ask me the more important one. Sure, that sounds good, Ethan. I don't think we've answered a question for you in quite some time, and my music went off, didn't it? My ear starts ringing and the music turns off. Let's get her restarted. I don't even know how long it's been. Feels like it just faded out to me, because I think I faded it at the end, so it wasn't just an abrupt cut off. It's not like in school. Does anyone else remember this? Like if you went to public school or school like with other people in a building, which was probably most people that weren't homeschooled. Do you ever remember like everything's quiet in the classroom, like during the winter time, and the heater, like the big heater that's in every classroom is on, and then when the heater kicks off, it's like dead silence, and it's so annoying. Like, does anyone else remember that? Is it just me? That's why I always like to fade things out so it's not abrupt. All right, I'm gonna take another drink of my water while Ethan posts this question. I'm getting very hungry. I'm gonna eat some food. I don't even know what I'm gonna make yet. Figure something out. Lori remembers. Yes. I still to this day remember the like a grinding in my solar plexus area every time, everyone would be, pencils going, taking notes or studying or whatever it was, especially if no one was talking, and then the heater would kick off. Like it was going the whole time, just nice gentle hum in the background, and then it just kicks off abruptly. It's like awkward silence. Like I just heard the psycho music. Like I hated it. I don't know why. Such a random thing to not like. I don't know. It's weird. Okay, Ethan says, I felt my mom's mom energy one night and felt like she was there and wondered if she had a message for me or for her daughter, aka mom, my mom. Anything she has to say to me or my mom. Okay, let's go in on this. Well, I'm seeing already, yes, she was there. And trust your intuition on that, because when you feel these things, like, why would you randomly want to feel that in that moment? Like, there's no explanation to it. So the fact that you felt that energy in the moment and then intuitively you thought, okay, it must be my grandmother. You're right on the money. You're right on. Trust that intuition. She says here, although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. And I think it's interesting. This to me feels like you and Christian. Like she knows that the two of you want to have a life together someday, or to meet someday, and she says it will be able to happen. But yeah, she's there. She's with you more than you actually understand or know. And she is with. Does your mom have a sister or a sibling? She's showing me like another child that she had that she checks up on all the time as well, or someone who felt like a child to her maybe. But it says here also, I see all of your thoughts. So you don't even have to say it out loud. You can talk to her. You're in your own mind, in your own head, and she will get that. Yes, she does. Okay, major chills. So she's showing me that she like makes the rounds in the family, even like second and third cousins. Like she's just checking in, like seeing how their life is going, and she can hear all of your thoughts. So when you're thinking, oh man, I miss her, or what she got going on, she's with you guys. She hangs out with you guys a lot. Your mom had a younger sister. Okay. We also have here, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. Like I was saying, she's like all over the place. She's visiting this one, this one, this one, this one. So don't feel like you're monopolizing her energy and her time if you want to talk to her. And, tell your mom the same thing. Don't feel like she has to spread her love so thin, because her love is everywhere and all the time. She is always on and ready. Let's see. She wants to get especially a message for you, Ethan. There's a message for you. Something you need to know right now. It's too many. Grandma. Okay. Wow, we got 3. So there's some major stuff going on here. So we have here the Woodwives adaptability with the number 64, which is a new beginning. So this to me might even be talking about the new school year. Like, I don't know if you're changing things or shifting things in a different way. I don't really see this as you like going to a different school, but it's almost like you're going to be spending time or having classes with different people than you normally do, and just having a completely different experience this school year than you did last year or the year before or the year before. She's like, it's almost as extreme like a difference as you just changing schools. Like it's that much of a difference. But to me, it feels exciting. It's fun. It's new. It's different. I don't know if you're involved in like theater, like in like drama class, or if you have friends involved in drama, or like the different plays. If I don't know if your school does something like that, but she wants you to get more involved with groups of like-minded friends or people. And I'm seeing like this play or this production. Like she I don't know, did she like Broadway or musicals or something like that? I don't know. Or maybe she wants you involved in that. Like I don't know if that's her energy or like her picking up on your dreams and desires. Like I don't know. I'm not, but I tend to love to sing. Okay, so maybe this is just you like interacting or being involved in like a chorus or choir if that's available in your school. Like I don't know what all different schools will have available or offer as classes, or if there's some sort of after school program where you can sing or dance or be creative in some way. But there is this group of friends that are very artistic kinds of kids that you're going to really start hanging out with this year. This next school year is really what she's showing me. And it's the hollow bone card, teachability, and another 28 and 64 both add up to 10. So a new beginning. Yes, once again, you're going to learn piano soon though. Okay, so that could be it. With the teachability, it's like being very willing to learn something new or to really expand your knowledge on a subject such as learning the piano. And it's interesting because this moose here, what do you call it, skull, is playing some sort of clarinet looking thing. I don't know. That's not a clarinet, but like a woodwind instrument kind of thing, right? So this does really lend that you are going to be able to learn the instrument that you're wanting to learn. And we also have benefactor with grace and generosity. So here's that, yeah, flute maybe. I think you play flute like this, but this one's being played like head on. Maybe like an oboe. Like that's more the vibe I'm getting from this than a clarinet actually. Yeah, like an oboe maybe. I don't know. I'm not like all up on my woodwind instruments like I should be probably. But here with the generosity and grace, this is your friend group. This is the people you're hanging out with or the people you're meeting. And these may even be friends or people that aren't even on your radar yet. Friends that it's a collaborative effort. It's like that Three of Pentacles energy. You're wanting to collaborate and create something with this group of friends. Like, I don't know if you guys have at your school some sort of fun like talent show or production that you guys can put on. I keep seeing you on stage, Ethan, and now both my ears are ringing and it's like I'm underwater. Like I can't hear very well. Am I talking too loud? Your grandmother keeps showing me you on stage, and it's not just you alone. It's like with a group of other like-minded people, friends, and then like behind the curtain, like behind the stage, you guys are like laughing and having a good time and hanging out together. It's very fun. But we have here lost in space with the number 9. So you are coming out of that cycle. You're closing out that cycle where you felt like I don't belong, I don't feel included. You found your direction, or you will be very soon with the adaptability. Here you've found your direction. You're really coming into your own this next school year. Yes, you are on stage. At least that's what your grandmother's showing me. Maybe she's trying to have you know you are center stage and you are worthy. I don't know what she's trying to show me with that. Again, my mediumship skills aren't like on and popping and like level high. They're here and there. They're everywhere. So I don't even know what they are, but sometimes when spirit shows me something, it doesn't quite make sense until it does. You know what I mean? So when I'm seeing someone on stage, I'm literally taking that literally. Like, I see you on stage, so you have stage fright. Well, maybe she's just saying step out of your comfort zone a little bit. That could be as simple as that. It doesn't have to be you actually performing or doing anything, but you are adapting to whatever you're put into. Whatever situation you're put into, you're going to be able to adapt to it. So this, to me, looks like you are stepping out of your comfort zone. Because you don't need to adapt to something you're already comfortable to. You're already adapted. But this is showing the adaptability and the teachability. It's like you're learning to be new ways that you never thought you would. I mean, I never thought I'd be doing what I'm doing here. I had too much like public speaking anxiety to be able to do that. But maybe you're just coming out of that stage fright or that shyness. Maybe you're opening up more, or maybe you're just taking even a small part on something in some sort of production or talent show, or highlighting your talent in some way. I don't know. Maybe it's just with the group of friends where you can feel kind of center stage in this group of friends you have. But it feels fun and exciting and interesting. It's going to be a definite change for you from previous years in high school is really what I see. Yeah. So however that resonates, maybe you'll have to timestamp this for yourself and come back and watch it like a couple months into the new school year just to see if that was fun. That was very, very cool. So let's go ahead for the free question mosh pit. Now is your chance. Thank you. This did resonate with me so much. That's awesome. I'm so glad. So fun. Okay, now's the time for the free question mosh pit. Go ahead and post your question one time. Even if you've paid for a question, even if you've already had a question, don't be shy. Step up to the plate. Try your hand at a free question here. I'm actually going to go real quick while this, lines up here, while you guys post your questions one time. I'm going to go see if my dog needs out. I can hear her up and moving. I'm going to go see if she needs out. I'll be right back. Okay, the dogs are out, the AC is on, the door is closed. Walter will be opening that door very soon, and I don't want all the nice cool air to rush outside to the heater that is going on outside. So here we go. Let's see what we have. Okay, we're going to Linda. It's picking up on Linda. My sister's having health issues. No known diagnosis. Can you provide any insight? Yes, Spirit has honed right in on Lynn's question. So what does Linda's sister need to know? And again, just a reminder that I am a non-medical professional. This is not to be taken as medical advice. This is just guidance from Spirit. Whatever you do with the information, just consider it entertainment purposes only. Yeah, my little disclaimer. For Linda Haggerty, what does Linda's sister need to know about her health issues? Okay, so we have here, use your natural healing abilities. So dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for clearly guiding, encouraging, and supporting my healing work. So they're showing me the fact she doesn't have a diagnosis. It doesn't mean that there's nothing wrong with her, so to speak. But whatever is going on with her, I feel that this is some sort of lesson that she's trying to learn, something her soul is calling for her attention. So wherever this ache or pain or illness, whatever it is, wherever it is in the body that it is happening, there's a reason for why it's happening in that area. If this is an all body thing, then this is just encompassing the physical existence, the physical, whatever she's here to learn. So you can take whatever symptom she's having in her stomach. Okay, so that's a solar, that's really what I was seeing, like what was really highlighting in my own mind. I should have just said it, but like stomach issues, like highlighting the stomach stuff. We have here stretch. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for staying by my side and motivating me to take excellent care of myself in all ways. So just stretching, getting out in nature, even having her go into meditation and just asking her stomach, what are you trying to tell me? Especially if this is really messing up her digestion and everything. I see the fact that she might even have like parasites, which are not usually, sometimes you can do some sort of test or culture, maybe even to like test for parasites. But to me, this feels like there's some sort of parasite infestation or maybe even candida overgrowth. It's really what they're showing me that really can be addressed through more like alternative medicine means or specific supplements or vitamins. But I see her being able to overcome this. I mean, I see her walking into life as a very old person. Like this is not gonna like take her out or hold her back in such a way that she can't live her life. This is something that she's gonna be able to clear up. And yeah, the medical industry is usually, I mean, I know for censorship reasons, I probably can't say a lot, but they're not looking for cures, they're looking for customers for the most part. And a lot of the protocols and procedures that are set forth for even detecting what's going on, they're not looking to just find something and then get it addressed a lot. They're looking to keep shuffling people down to like a surgery or getting on a medication or something like that. Junking Data Girl, I have your timestamp. We did your question at 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 23 seconds into the reading, but I have my list here of everybody I needed a timestamp. So I will go ahead and post a comment once this posts up to my channel with your question when we answered it. So you can check it out now or when I post. Either way, I will post that comment for you so you can check it out. Yeah, she's wanting to go to the doctor's next week, but is overly anxious about it. Yeah. So I would say, go and see what they have to say. There is this thing that I've recently started doing where it's interesting because it's like once I discover something about myself or learn knowledge about something, then it's like the people that need that knowledge start coming to me. And something I started doing recently, it's called fulvic acid / humic acid from a company called, that's not how you spell that, acid, from Black Oxygen Organics. And I've been talking about this stuff over and over and over and over because it has done so much to benefit me. And I don't know if your sister is on Facebook, Linda, but there's a group called, let me find the exact name of it. Let me know first if your sister's on Facebook. This might be something she can check out because there are people with stomach issues, all sorts of issues, can't get any kind of diagnosis. No one knows what's wrong with them. They start doing this, and it's not some sort of pill or anything. It is natural. It grows in the ground. It's literally dirt, literally dirt. You get it in a bag, and then you can take foot soaks to detox your body that way. Then you can also do like a bath where you detox that way. You will look it up for her. Okay, I will find and if you want more information, actually, Linda, you can email me. Because Spirit's like, ding, ding, ding. This will really help your sister because this is really getting a lot of people's livers sorted out, their stomach issues sorted out, people with diverticulitis, people with Crohn's, people with leaky gut, people with just issues no one can even diagnose. This is helping so many people. At done photo, that's not how you spell photo, photodesign.com. That's not how you spell that. .com. Okay, Amanda at donephotodesign.com. That's my email. So you can email me and I will get you the info. Spirit's really highlighting that this stuff would help your sister. It will not only help bring your body back to health, but it will clear parasites, heavy metals that a lot of people have been inundated with, detox, like candida, overgrowth, all sorts of crazy stuff. But laughter also is the best medicine. I just heard belly laughs, which is interesting because that's the issue or the area that her body is really struggling with. Yes, I have diverticulitis, yes. But I do see this as something she can cure herself just through using her intuition, maybe using that fulvic acid, humic acid stuff. And literally it's just dirt in a bag. And it's not just any old dirt, because this is the issue. Many of us, the start of the physical, okay, so the start of any disease in the body or disease has a spiritual root. But also the lack of minerals will be the onset of dis-ease or disease in the physical body. So this fulvic acid, humic acid mix has 72 plus amino acids, minerals, trace minerals, antioxidants, vitamins, everything your body needs that it's not getting from the food that we eat because the ground has been so leached of the nutrients and the vital stuff that our bodies need. It's just not even in the organic food anymore because the soil is so depleted. But this stuff puts it in. It not only, I won't say the word cure, but it gets your body back into equilibrium, back into balance, lets your body take care of itself and do the job that it needs to do by clearing out the stuff that's weighing it down. And also at the same time, gives your body all the nutrients it needs. I'm not sponsored, I'm not paid, it's just something I've been on, and I'm that guy. I will be the guinea pig for anything I recommend to anybody. I don't just, I want to experience it for myself before I recommend anything to anybody. I don't sell it. I don't gain anything. I've seen the results in my own life, and I want to help other people know about this stuff because I had no idea what it was until I did. And then when I did, I bought it, I used it, and I'm still using it, and I'm like, wow, where was this stuff all my life? So yes, have her look into that. Email me, and I will get you some info on it. All right, so I hope that helped a little bit, Linda. Okay, Junking Data Girl sent a donation. So we are planning a trip for South Carolina, to Maryland to see if we can find a place to move where cost of living is cheaper to run our business. Any advice? Okay, it cut off. So I'm going to open it over in PayPal for Cha-Cha. Okay, log in. I don't know that Walter's come in. I've not heard that door open. So maybe he's taking a nice relaxation, little nap rest out in the lawn. Okay. So for Cha-Cha. Okay, let's read it. We've got here, we are planning on taking a trip to South Carolina from Maryland to see if we can find a place to move where cost of living is cheaper and to run our business. Any advice or info that can be helpful? Should we go or should we postpone the trip to when? Is the right path to follow? Okay, so is the right path to follow? Okay, so let's find out about this trip. What does Cha-Cha need to know about this trip to South Carolina from Maryland? Okay, great adventure. Take a risk and venture forward. I think this would be something you need to do. Absolutely. Follow your intuition on that, Cha-Cha. That's something amazing that you can do. Thank you so much, Destiny. I appreciate that. Take that risk and venture forward. Go on the trip. That guy's on a trip. He's the captain of the ship there. He is ready for a great adventure to discover something new about his life, about himself. Also with faraway places, get ready for new horizons. I think this move will ultimately happen. This will be somewhere you can live at a cheaper rate and still be able to have your awesome business and have things actually really pick up for you. I see, a lot of stuff here, a lot of resources. I mean, look at all the resources available here. And the fact that we have this looks to me like open ocean. This looks like a little harbor of sorts, maybe. So you may even be finding a place on the water. Spirit's just saying, be careful where you're looking. Just make sure it's not it's funny. It's like, be sure it's not in the path of a hurricane, but isn't all the coastline in the path of a hurricane at any given time? Who knows, right? Let's just see. Let's see what else is going on for this wandering path. Enjoy the journey. Look, there's a map there. Let's see if there's anything highlighted. Well, we've got an X that marks the spot kind of south of the magnifying glass, the compass. So to me, the compass points north. So you're north right now in Maryland, wanting to venture south to South Carolina. So I think this is something that would definitely be an advantage to your life, really benefit you. What else do we have? Whoa. Cha-Cha figuring this out. I think, go whenever you're feeling guided to go. If that's soon, go soon. If it's later, go later. Use your intuition. But you are good enough. So this is letting you know you're going to be able to thrive and have the level of comfort and the lifestyle that you're hoping. You're going to be able to accomplish that. Let's get one more for Cha-Cha. Actually, they're showing me now I keep looking over here because I recently just shifted my table over here. The Crystal Angels deck, which I'm going to grab one from as well. Work through your fears. So any fears that you have surrounding the move, like, can I move all my stuff? Is it going to be expensive? What if we don't find a good place? Work through those fears. Don't try to push them away like, oh, it doesn't matter. Feel yourself through those. Allow yourself to feel the fears and then work through them. Feel it, to heal it, to deal with it, to release it. So work through any fears you have. maybe even fears surrounding like bugs in the South. I mean, South Carolina is in the South. It's not like totally South, but it's decently South, right? Am I just making that up? There may be just different bugs and stuff that you're not used to that may scare you. Maybe, I don't know. I don't think they have scorpions in South Carolina, but again, I don't know enough about that to know. I know they have them like in Arizona and Texas and stuff, but maybe there's a certain kind of bug or wildlife down in South Carolina that you're kind of worried about. I'm just, for some reason, really focused on that scorpion there. I don't know. All right, what else? What else? Cha-cha. I just finished my last free reading, and I'm wrapping up my very last donation reading for the live stream. I've been live almost 4 hours now. Really hungry, starting to get a little bit of a headache, so I'm gonna go take care of myself, do some self-care right after this. But yeah, I will be live again on Wednesday for Woo Woo Wednesday live stream at 7 p.m. Mountain Time next week. So you can hit us back then, or the following Saturday, I will be live again as well. All right, so we have your sensitive emotions. So it says, Larimar, times of heightened emotion and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. So, allow yourself, any emotions that are coming up, especially if this is a place, Maryland, that you've lived a long time, and there may be some kind of bittersweet emotions involved in, man, I've loved living here, but it's just become too expensive to stay here, or whatever. Allow yourself to feel those emotions. That'll help you move through them quicker. Seems like a lot going on here. I was wondering if it was a sign not to go. We are deciding between South Carolina and North Carolina, and if we go alone or find a place where his mom would live with us. Okay, yeah, we can kind of clarify that. Let's just ask the pendulum if they will participate to get to the question or the answer. Okay, will you work with us today? Okay, will you show us what a yes looks like? Okay, will you show us what a no looks like? Okay, got a no, we got a yes. Okay, you will work with us though on Chacha's questions. Yes, okay. So, is South Carolina a great option for Cha-Cha? That's a yes. What about North Carolina? It's a yes, but kind of turning to no, kind of back to maybe. So I'd say of the two, South Carolina is your best bet. But that's not to say that if that doesn't work out that North Carolina can't be a fit. It's just, it would be a little harder to find exactly what you're looking for in North Carolina. But as far as going alone, okay, so you'll still answer questions for us? Okay. Should Cha-Cha go alone with just her and husband, I'm assuming? Is that what you were saying? Okay. No, don't go alone. Okay, so what about finding a place where the mom could live with them, where his mom could live? Yes, I think that's your best bet because that would bring that peace of mind. Maybe one of the big fears is leaving that mother-in-law behind or your significant other's mother behind. Maybe that is one of the fears, and a great way to work through that fear is just bring her along for the ride. Yeah, I think that would really put his worries to rest, knowing that she was right there and he could get to her if he needed to in the moment's notice, where he wouldn't have to be worrying about her thousands of miles away or however long the distance is. I'm not sure. But I think, yeah, going with the mother is probably the best bet, just so you know she's taken care of and okay. All right, so I hope that answered your question. You are so welcome, Cha-Cha. And Walter just opened the door, so I have to get down there before all that heat just floods into this house. It's been in the hundreds in Montana, which is kind of rare, especially this early in the season, the summer season. Very rare to have these high temps here in the northwest area where I live. So I'm going to go close that door right away. So I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed your time here. I know I always do, and I love you guys so much. Thanks again so much for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you right here back at the Done Creative Live and also on my main channel, The Done Creative. The link for that is in the description below. First thing linked there is my main channel. Cha-Cha says, okay, thank you. I've been thinking yes, but nervous because we don't get along that well. Yes, that's a whole other ball of wax. Maybe a question for Wednesday or next Saturday. But at the very least, having her in the same town, maybe not in the same home, maybe the same community. That could lend its energy better than living together. But we could get into that another time. I love you guys. Thanks again. I will have a new pick a card going live on Monday. It's what do you need to know right now. So that's going to be going live on my other channel, my main channel. Link for that is in the description below. We just recently hit 16,000 subscribers over there. So wow, big milestones happening. I love you guys. Thanks again. I will see you soon. Bye.